Hello, good evening. This is Richard. It's over and over and over again at the Arsenal podcast. This is going to be a live watch along of Arsenal versus West Brom. Of course, as always, our coverage is sponsored by Sensi, so please check them out on social media. Hello, this is over and over again, the Arsenal podcast. We are going to be doing a live watch along of the Carabao Cup side tonight at Hawthorns, West Bromwich Albion against Arsenal. It's an important game for Arsenal, isn't it? We can't afford another defeat. Remember, there's no extra time. It just goes straight to penalties if it's a draw at the end of 90 minutes. These are the team news for you. The Arsenal side, then, it's a much changed looking side. There's a few players in there that maybe shouldn't still be at the club. But anyway, in goals Ramsdale for his debut, so that's good to see. Let's hope he has a good game. It looks like Nuno Tavares is going to be right back. The two centre-backs are Chambers and Holding, and Kolasinac is left back. That's got to be one of the worst defences in recent years for an Arsenal side. In midfield, doesn't get much better. It's El Neni and Xhaka. Then we've got Odegaard making his second debut, his first debut since his permanent signing. He's going to be number 10. It looks like Pepe on the right, Saka on the left, and Aubameyang through the middle. So at least we've got some decent quality in the attacking third of the pitch. It looks like largely a second string 11 for West Brom. There's, in fact, I don't think any of those players have started any of their league games yet. I don't know too much about them. Obviously, Snodgrass, we know, used to play for West Ham. He's their captain tonight. Adam Reach as well. I think he's played in the Premier League with Middlesbrough. So it's a much changed West Brom side. Surely this has got to be an opportunity for us to get this first win of the season. That is so important. We've got a comment already in there from the Reverend Knight in the chat. Kolasinac, exactly. I mean, what he's still doing at the club, let alone playing in a game like this. And he says, I'll tell you, what is he thinking? Well, to be honest, we don't have a lot of options, do we? Simply because we've got a lot of injuries. We've got a lot of other issues going on. So I guess that's the problem, isn't it? It's not ideal. And, it's not the team that we would have wanted to be selected for this game. But ultimately, I guess Arteta's just going with a team that he thinks is good enough to win this game. I mean, I think we're lucky in the sense that West Brom seems to have gone with their second string team, as I said. Surely this is an opportunity for us to get that first win of the season. And for one or two of the squad players, if you like, to maybe stake a claim. Obviously, some of them, hopefully, they're staking a claim to get a move out of the club, such as Kolasinac, as we've already mentioned, El Neni as well. These are players that just aren't really good enough. We've got a central defensive partnership tonight of Holding and Chambers. That just worries me. Tavares, a left back's playing right back. And I don't know, it's looking, certainly in the defensive third of the pitch, it's looking like a really, really poor Arsenal team, isn't it? But luckily, we have got a little bit more quality up the other end of the pitch with Saka, with Pepe, and with Aubameyang and Odegaard as well. So let's hope we can finally score some goals. We've been waiting, haven't we, a long time to see an Arsenal goal this season. And hopefully that wait will go over at some point over the next couple of hours this evening. As I say, no extra time tonight. It's going to be straight to penalties if it's a draw at the end of 90 minutes. I'm not quite sure if we can take a penalty shootout, really. But anyway, let's hope it doesn't come to that. Let's hope we can do the job in 90 minutes. Looks like there's quite a few away fans at the ground tonight as well, over in the far corner. Let's hope they've got something to cheer finally, because I can't imagine we're going to have too much to cheer, are we, on Saturday at Manchester City, probably. But anyway, if you are new to the channel and you do like what I do, please think about subscribing. Maybe check out some of the other videos on the channel as well. Give this a like as well if you enjoy the coverage that I'm going to give you of this game. And say there's lots coming up on the channel as well. I will be covering the Arsenal women as well, as I have done already last season and this season as well. So there's loads on the channel to enjoy if you like Arsenal content and stuff to do with the history of the club as well. If you missed our Tuesday show last night, please check that out as well with the panel, Melvin and Adam. Really good show that was, looking back at the Chelsea game and looking ahead to this game as well. We all predicted an Arsenal victory, actually. I predicted 2-1 and the other guys both predicted a 2-0 victory for Arsenal. So we have won here on 3 occasions in the League Cup. Previously, we've had 2-0 victories. One was in 2003 and one was in 2006. And we did win on penalties the last time we played here in the League Cup. That was in 2013. We drew 1-1. I think that was extra time on that particular occasion, and we ended up winning on penalties. We also did beat them 2-0 at the Emirates in 2009, I think that was. So we've got a decent record against West Brom in this competition. Let's hope that continues today. But of course, they are top of the Championship, so technically they're only 2 league places below us, although it's not quite as simple as that, is it? But they're in good form. They're scoring lots of goals. But I say, is their second string team today? Not too many names there that I recognise from starting any of their 4 league games so far this season. So it's a much changed team for them. It's a much changed team for us, as we said. Very worried about that defence and midfield. Not a lot of movement in that midfield, is there really? But anyway, let's hope that Arsenal can turn in a decent performance and get the job done and keep this cup run going. Because without Europe, I think it's important that we do have a decent run in both of these cups. You know, we're not going to win the Premier League. We're probably not going to finish in the top 4. So we need to keep something alive for the season. And obviously this Carabao Cup competition is a good opportunity to do that, whether or not we're going to be able to win the trophy. Obviously, Man City have dominated this competition, haven't they? And, you know, their second string team is stronger than most clubs' first teams, isn't it? So that's why they've done so well in this competition. But it's important for us that we get as far into the competition as we can. And who knows, we've only ever won it twice in history. And they were both under George Graham as manager, actually, wasn't they? 1987 was the first one, and then 1993. And that's the last time we've won it, actually. So, yeah, it's funnily enough, actually, that season we lost our first 2 league games as well, and went on to last time we won the League Cup. So whether that's an omen or not, I don't know. We'll have to see. But yeah, let's just hope we can get the job done tonight, put in a good performance, and I say hopefully come away with a victory and get into the draw for the 3rd round. We've not actually played in this second round of this competition since 1996 was the last time. No, 1995, sorry. We won 5-0 at Hartlepool on that particular occasion. It was a 2-legged tie then. I think we won 2-0 in the second leg at Highbury. The teams are in the tunnel. Arsenal are in their change kit today, the yellow or sort of lemon coloured kit. So Aaron Ramsdale on his debut is actually wearing the green goalkeeper's top, of course, after Leno wore this yellow kit, didn't he, at the weekend? And West Brom in their home kit. It's not quite as stripy, actually, as their previous home kits, actually. It's quite a nice kit. But the teams are coming out now. The Arsenal side is getting a good round of applause from the away fans in that corner of the ground. And let's hope they can have something to cheer tonight. Of course, our good friend of the channel, Andrew from Dalsware to Where, is in that away end tonight as well. So let's hope he's enjoying himself, and let's hope that the team can give him something to cheer as well, because I think that's long overdue for all of us, isn't it? So yeah, we're just about to get ready for the kickoff here at the Hawthorns in this Carabao Cup second round tie. I say 25 years since we last played at this round of this competition, so it's been a long time. West Brom are playing their usual 3-4-3 formation, so very similar to actually how Chelsea set up against us at the weekend. But I say it is a completely different 11 to those who started on Saturday. They won 2-1 at Blackburn to go top of the Championship. Snodgrass, of course, we know, and Adam Reach as well, 2 maybe more familiar names. Castro as well, actually, I recognise his name, so maybe he's possibly played in their Premier League side. And of course, our team, it's a mix and match, isn't it? On the bench, though, we've got Leno, Lacazette, Smith Rowe, Maitland-Niles, Pablo Mari, Sambi Lokonga, and Gabriel Martinelli. So we've got a couple of names on the bench that can maybe come on. Lacazette, obviously, if we need a goal. Smith Rowe as well, Martinelli. So the bench is actually a little bit stronger in this game, perhaps, than it was against Chelsea, funnily enough, even though the starting 11 is a lot weaker. It is Tavares at right back. Actually, our new left back signing is playing right back. Obviously, must mean Bellerin isn't in the plans at all for the future. Can't be, can he? Or he would have played in this game, surely. So I wouldn't be surprised if he leaves in the next week of the transfer window. Of course, we're coming down to the final knockings of that transfer window, aren't we? I'm expecting a few more Arsenal players to be leaving probably a few players that's in this team tonight and some that aren't. So we'll see. And maybe 1 or 2 incomings as well. I think we need them, don't we? But our 2 latest signings are in this starting 11. Ramsdale in goal, of course. Looking forward to seeing how he gets on. And, of course, Ødegaard, who we know a lot about, don't we? He played well for us on loan, of course, second half of last season, didn't he? He was one of the big pluses, wasn't he? Helped us turn things around when we were really struggling after the first half of the season. So it's good to see Martin Ødegaard back as well. And we are just about to kick off. Arsenal are going to be attacking the goal to our left in this first half, which is the main home end for the West Brom fans. I've been to the Hawthorns a few times. I'm not too sure what the name of the stands are, but West Brom have kicked off, so they'll be attacking the goal to our right. Actually, the kickoff had to be delayed because they didn't take the knee, so they've had to restart or go back to take the knee. I don't know why they couldn't have just carried on. It's not massively important, is it, every single game? But anyway, I guess that's what they're doing now. But so we've had to start again, and it is going to be West Brom to kick off. And I say they are attacking the goal to our right in this first half, which is the end where the Arsenal fans are congregated in this game. So now we are off and up and running. Finally, this time we do kick off, and West Brom lump a long ball forward up this near side, but it goes straight out for a throw. So Saka is on the left, Pepe's on the right, Aubameyang through the centre tonight with Ødegaard in the number 10 that we've got in this game. And let's hope we can finally see a goal this season. It's been a long wait, hasn't it? Those first 2 games haven't really come close to scoring very often. So the referee's David Webb, who I believe is a championship referee. So he'll probably be a lot better than most of the referees that we have in the Premier League every week. So we'll see how that goes. But the ball's currently with the West Brom goalkeeper, Palmer, who goes long. And that's a good header, actually, from Tavares is left back. Saka now coming forward down this left side. He's got past the defender as he should be able to get round in there, but good defending by the West Brom right back there. It's got out for a throw to Arsenal on this near side. Yeah, it looks like actually Tavares, it's going to be a yellow card actually to Snodgrass very early in this game. I'm not quite sure what's happened there. Maybe they'll see it again. Oh, yeah, it wasn't for Snodgrass. It was for another one of the West Brom players. A late challenge there on Ødegaard. Actually, he's not touched the ball yet, and he's just been wiped out by the West Brom defender, midfielder Castro, Quentin Castro. Of course, I'm sure he did play for them in the Premier League, perhaps. But anyway, I know it is Kolasinac, left back. So, well, Tavares was there a minute ago, and they've switched now. Not quite sure what the formation is at the moment, actually. But anyway, Kolasinac has now got the ball on his near side, finds Bukayo Saka. And actually, I think it's a free at the back. It looks like a free at the back. Kolasinac holding and Chambers. And it looks like Tavares is left wing back. And not quite sure he's a right wing back, actually. Is Pepe dropping in there? It's a little bit of a strange formation at the moment. It does look like a back three because Kolasinac and Tavares are both over on this left-hand side. Tavares has now won the ball, plays it forward to Saka and gets it back. Promising start this from Arsenal on this near side. Tavares goes back to Kolasinac, plays it into El Neni, gets it back, plays it square to Rob Holding. Or is Kolasinac a centre-back and Callum Chambers is right-back? He's very wide over on that right-hand side, Callum Chambers. So maybe it is a back four. Maybe Kolasinac is actually playing centre-back and Chambers is over on the right. Anyway, we'll see how that develops. But yeah, Tavares is definitely on the left and Kolasinac is definitely the left-sided centre-back next to Holding. It kind of shows how weak our squad is when, you know, we've got these players playing in unfamiliar positions maybe. But anyway, Ødegaard's now got the ball in the centre circle. First time he's really managed to get on the ball in this game. Finds Granit Xhaka. Switches the ball over towards the far side. That's a very good ball, actually. He's played it to the box towards Saka. It was Chambers, actually, there on the far side. Tried to play it across the penalty area for Saka, but it was too close to the goalkeeper, and it's just that attack kind of breaks down. That's a lovely ball from Granit Xhaka, actually, over the top of the defender. Callum Chambers put it in first time, looking for Saka, but it wasn't the greatest cross, but it was a lovely ball, actually, from Granit Xhaka. And the West Brom goalkeeper, Palmer, goes long again. Very long, and it was Chambers actually underneath that. Tries to play back. It's a short back pass there, actually put Ramsdale under pressure. He just managed to get there. It was a poor back pass out from Chambers. He's not had the best opening couple of minutes here. A really poor back pass there. Almost put Ramsdale under real pressure. The first thing Ramsdale had to do was scramble across, and he just managed to get there in front of the West Bromwich Albion striker to clear the ball away. At least he was alert there, Ramsdale. That was good goalkeeping. He was put under pressure by his defender there. In fact, Lakonga's very high up. Tavares very high out the pitch there, won the ball, but he's just been robbed. And now West Brom play a long ball through the middle, but their striker is offside, and he looks injured actually following that clash with Ramsdale, who got the ball and played it short to Rob Holding and gets it. Rob Holding gets it back from El Neni. Now plays it to Kolasinac and Tavares down this near side, but that's a poor ball looking for Saka. It was taken off him. West Brom are pressing us quite high up the pitch actually in this game. Aubameyang there lays it off to Ødegaard, very deep inside the centre circle. Ødegaard plays it to this near side to Tavares. Tavares drifts inside, plays a short ball back to Ødegaard. Chambers has gone off on a run down that far side. Pepe then plays the ball back to Ødegaard. We need to keep it up that end of the pitch, don't we, with the dodgy defence that we've got. Rob Holding plays it in to Granit Xhaka. Now it's with Saka on this left-hand side and Kolasinac. Never thought we'd see Kolasinac playing for Arsenal again, did we? But there he is playing at left back. Or is it left centre-back? It's very difficult to understand what his formation is at the moment. He might be centre-back. That's a good ball played over the top towards Aubameyang. It's a good first touch from Aubameyang. He tried to go around the goalkeeper, but he's gone too wide. It went out. Did it go out? We've scored, but it's not going to count. Aubameyang took the ball out. It was a great ball, actually, over the top to find him. It was actually decent play there. It was Pepe with the pass. He was onside of Aubameyang. It was a good run from that left-hand side into the centre. He got a good first touch. He just took it around the keeper. It did go out. It did go out, and he played it back into the box for Pepe to score, but it went out. Clearly went over the line. It's going to be a goal kick to West Brom. But that was good play actually from Aubameyang and Pepe. They combined well there, and Pepe did finish it off with his left foot into the open net, but it isn't going to count, and we still haven't scored this season. Rob Holding then plays it back to Ramsdale. The ball at his feet. Oh, he got closed down there by the West Brom forward. He's got out for a throw. But West Brom are actually really pressing us quickly in this game, putting us under pressure very early. And Ramsdale there, his clearance was deflected out for a throw, but it is a throw to Arsenal over on that far side. Callum Chambers plays it back to Rob Holding, goes over to this near side now to Tavares, motoring forward. He's got a lot of pace, hasn't he, Tavares? He's played pretty well, actually, in the couple of appearances he's had so far. He runs into trouble a little bit there, but he does win himself a free kick. A foul there on him from Ingram, I think it was. And now Arsenal again with Ødegaard on the halfway line over on that far side. Finds Pepe, cuts inside and then plays the ball back to Kolasinac. Plays it inside to Rob Holding and then back to Granit Xhaka and El Neni. We're knocking it around, and it's a mistake again from Rob Holding. He was closed down, but the ball is going to run through to Aaron Ramsdale. He's had 2 or 3 touches already in this game for Arsenal, the new goalkeeper. £30 million, of course, we paid for him from Sheffield United. Of course, he has been relegated 3 times in his career, hasn't he, including the last 2 Premier League seasons. Let's hope that run ends this season, which I'm sure it will. But he's got a very poor defence in front of him tonight, hasn't he? So he could well be kept busy as this game progresses, but we'll see. West Brom now trying to play it out from the back. This time the goalie goes long. It's a good header there from Granit Xhaka and then El Neni. But now West Brom coming forward down this far side. Arsenal's right. That's our weak part of this defence. West Brom get forward here, cross-played into the box. Nobody's there. And Tavares can bring the ball clear. But that's going to be our danger, isn't it? Again, attacks down our right-hand side. It's an area that Tavares has given the ball away there. Really, really loose ball. Now he's out of position. And West Brom coming forward. El Neni, does he commit a foul? No, ref says play on. He tries to play the ball through to Aubameyang, but it was cut out by the West Brom defence. And West Brom actually are starting to get a foothold in this game. Callum Chambers' defence better that time. and Arsenal can tidy up. Kevin's in the chat there. How you doing, Kevin? He says, evening, Richard. Evening, Kevin. How you doing, mate? Hope you're okay. Let's hope that we can put in a better performance tonight and get the victory ahead of another difficult game, of course, at the weekend. Granit Xhaka's gone down in the centre circle following another foul from West Brom. They're certainly offering a physical challenge in this game so far. They've already had one booking for a late challenge. That was another late challenge there. From behind. Should be a yellow card, that actually. I don't know if he got a yellow card for that, has he? Young lad. The referee's having a few problems with his communication equipment. Just been sorted out, and he's coming back onto the pitch now. Is he going to book that West Brom player for that challenge? Because I don't think he has actually. Anyway, Arsenal have got a free kick in the centre circle, which Elneny's taken quickly to Chambers, back to Holding. Granit Xhaka plays it out to that far side again to Callum Chambers. Finds Martin Ødegaard, gets it back to Elneny. And Arsenal are very good at keeping possession in non-dangerous areas of the pitch, aren't we? We do it all the time, and we're doing it in this game. We're not really making much progress forward. Rob Holding now inside the centre circle. Plays it to Kolasinac on this near side. Kolasinac tries to play a ball over the top for Aubameyang, but it's much too far over here, and it's gone all the way through to the goalkeeper, Palmer. It seems strange seeing Kolasinac still in an Arsenal shirt, doesn't it? After much speculation that he may well be leaving, going to Fenerbahce, we're hearing. So I can't understand why, if he is leaving or he's about to leave. Oh, West Brom have got an opportunity inside the penalty area. Shot comes in and it doesn't really go towards the goal, and Arsenal scramble it clear, but not for long. West Brom again have got another opportunity. Shot comes in, it's deflected. Ramsdale had already dived. It would have probably beat him, but it's been deflected. Saka comes back and does his defensive duties, but we don't clear the ball away. West Brom are putting us under a lot of pressure here now, just on the edge of the penalty area. Played the ball well. Looking to get a shot. It does get a shot. A good save from Ramsdale. Pushes the ball round the post, going down to his right-hand side. The first real save he's had to make. But as I was just saying about Kolasinac there, you've got people like Maitland-Niles on the bench, can't even get an opportunity. Kolasinac clearly is going to be leaving, and, Maitland-Niles has played left-back before. I don't know why he's not maybe got an opportunity to play in this game instead. But that was a good save from Ramsdale, actually, down to his right-hand side. Good, strong hands, pushed it around for a corner, the first corner of the game. Kevin says, are these players not leaving Arsenal because they earn too much? It's sad to see, really. Yeah, totally agree. I think that probably is the reason. A good corner routine from West Brom. A shot comes in just past the far post. Arsenal defensively were all over the place again. There's a short corner played into the near post. Very, very poor defending from Arsenal. They switched off completely. A player was free there, about 12 yards out, dragged his shot across the goal. That is terrible defending again from Arsenal. We were fortunate not to go a goal behind. 11, nearly 12 minutes played. It's been a good start from West Brom. They've been aggressive. They've been closing us down and making it difficult for us. And they should have scored. Well, they could have scored twice. There's a good save initially. Pepe now is looking to get clear down that right-hand side. But again, it's good play from West Brom. If this is their second team, they certainly they've got a decent squad. Ball's go out for a throw to Arsenal, though, midway inside the West Brom half, which Callum Chambers wants to take. There's a little bit of aggression there from the West Brom left back, who's just getting spoken to by the referee, trying to stop Callum Chambers taking that throw. Chambers is also getting spoken to. They just had a little word with each other, the two players. There was nothing really in it, I don't think. And it's just going to be a throw to Arsenal now on that far side, which Callum Chambers takes, goes back to Rob Holding, and then gets it back to Elneny. It's back with Callum Chambers right on that far touchline, plays it inside to Elneny. He's got Granit Xhaka square. Xhaka was looking to try and play a ball in. This time he does. He finds Saka very central. He plays it out to Tavares on this left-hand side, the near side of the pitch, but he can't get past two West Brom players. And the ball goes out. Is it going to be a goal kick to West Brom, or is it going to be a free kick to Arsenal? I think it's a goal kick to West Brom. Good defending there by the West Brom defenders. Tavares there just got pushed aside very, very easily. He's claiming a foul. I don't think it was. We're going to see a replay of it now. Tavares tried to go around him, and in the end, he was the West Brom player did stamp on him, but I don't think it wasn't intentional. I don't think it was intentional. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt there, the West Brom defender. He went to put his foot on the floor and Tavares' leg was there and he did stamp on him, but I don't think he meant to. And it is a goal kick to the hosts. Tavares has done a couple of nice things, but he's also given the ball away a couple of times as well in dangerous areas. And he hasn't managed to maybe beat the fullback and whip across him. Not that anyone's in the box anyway, but Rob Holden, of course, with his shaved head now, takes a little bit of getting used to, doesn't it? But it is a throw to West Brom on this near side. But Saka picks the ball up for Arsenal. Now Ødegaard, he's had some nice touches, but he hasn't really got added influence yet. Now Saka can have a run. Plays the ball through to Aubameyang. He's just outside the penalty area. Tries to play the ball back to Saka, but again, it was well defended by West Brom, actually. And now they've hit a long ball forward. It was a good header. That was from Kolasinac, actually. And the ball falls to Rob Holding. But that was a little bit better from Arsenal there. Saka made a good run at the West Brom defence, played in Aubameyang. Rather than trying to go past the defender, he did try and cut back inside. And when he tried to play the ball back to Saka, it got deflected. And West Brom were able to clear it. But at least it was a little bit better from Arsenal in an attacking sense. And if we can get Saka on the ball going forward and we can give Aubameyang some chances, maybe we will finally break our goal duck that's been going on for 2 games now and 15 minutes this season. Who's going to be the first goal scorer for us this season? You'd imagine Aubameyang will be a massive favourite in this game. Kolasinac now coming forward for Arsenal, drifting inside. This is a powerful run, actually, but he's just lost the ball. Did too much, and West Brom can bring it away again. They've been very, very aggressive in this opening 15 minutes, West Brom, and now they're coming forward down our right-hand side. Again, this could be danger for Arsenal. It's much too close to Ramsdale. Their striker there in the box. He's a big lad. Anything in the air from Adam Reach was far too close to Aaron Ramsdale, and Arsenal can now try and build an attack of their own. El Neni plays the ball square to Bukayo Saka. Now Tavares on this left-hand side. Back with Saka, plays the ball in towards the box, all well defended again by a West Brom player, but Saka picks it up again on the edge of the box. And then he's crowded out. No, he isn't. Saka's going through. Good save by the goalkeeper, but it's there. It's a goal. It's Aubameyang with the finish into the empty net. Finally broken our duck for the season. It was a shot from Bukayo Saka. The goalkeeper, Palmer, just palmed it out into the path of Aubameyang, who couldn't miss. I suppose we just said it'll be Aubameyang to get our first goal. It was good play from Saka, a good shot. The goalkeeper actually did well initially, but Aubameyang was where you want your striker to be, inside the 6-yard box, looking for any scraps. And there it was, and he was able to get in and tap it home for his first goal of the season, with our first goal of the season. Good play from Saka, and Aubameyang does what he's there to do, which is to knock the ball into the empty net. And we finally got a goal. And that little bit of extra quality that we've got in the final third of the pitch. Aubameyang celebration there looked like a release of maybe some sort of, tension. And as Kevin says there, Uber. Yes, indeed. Come on. 1-0 to the Arsenal. 16 minutes played. And finally, we have a goal to celebrate this season. It's been a while coming, hasn't it? And it wasn't, it was a nice, easy finish, actually, the sort of ones that you like if you're a striker. And Aubameyang there getting himself where he needs to be. Let's hope that can start him off on a run and he can have a good season in front of goal, because if we can get 25 or more goals out of Aubameyang this season, then we've got a chance of doing a little bit better. We may be a little bit fortunate to be ahead, if we're honest. I think West Brom have played well in these opening sort of 17, 18 minutes, but it's Arsenal with the goal. A little bit of quality, I say, in that final third. But West Brom now looking for an equaliser. Good run actually on the edge of the box, but it's held up a little bit. But Arsenal can't really get the ball away very far. West Brom are picking up a lot of second balls. Aubameyang working hard up front to try and close down the West Brom players, but they do still have an attack now down Arsenal's left-hand side, this near side of the pitch. Good play again from West Brom, actually. Now they switched the ball over to the far side. They've responded well, actually, to going behind West Brom. That's a long ball there, looking for the player on his far side. Heads it into the penalty area, but it's headed away by Kolasinac. And now Arsenal can maybe get a counter-attack with Bukayo Saka. Plays it out to the far side towards Nicolas Pepe. He should keep this in, will he? He does. Nicolas Pepe now running at the West Brom defence. Gets into the penalty. He's got two players around him, but he can't get past the two players, and West Brom can come out with the ball. He maybe held on to it too long there. He didn't have a lot of support, to be fair. But that kind of sums up Nicolas Pepe for me. He's got a lot of pace. He's got a lot of skill. He gets into some great areas, but he cannot always make the right decisions in those final third. And he didn't there. Maybe should have passed the ball a little bit earlier. He ran into trouble, and West Brom cleared it. But there's actually an injury now to a West Brom player, and I think they may have to be making a substitution already. Not even 20 minutes played. It is West Brom 0, Arsenal 1. We have finally scored a goal this season. Aubameyang, of course, it was with the goal a couple of minutes ago, following some great work from Bukayo Saka. Maybe got a little bit fortunate with a rebound on the edge of the penalty area, but he got into the box, got a great shot in across the goalkeeper. It's a good save. Goalkeeper couldn't hold it though, and it fell kindly to Aubameyang to just tap in to the empty net from about 4 yards. The sort of goals I say as a striker, you wouldn't mind getting 10 of them every season, would you, to add to your total? So Aubameyang's up and running. We're up and running. And yes, maybe we're slightly against the run of play to a certain degree, but we'll take that, won't we, with the way that things have gone for us so far. But it's actually the centre forward for West Brom who got injured a while ago, that challenge with Aaron Ramsdale, actually. And he's just gone down again under a challenge from Rob Holding, and not sure if he's going to be able to continue. But he looks like he might come back on briefly, but they are warming up a substitute, West Brom, and he may be coming on very shortly. He looks like a very young player for them. But he's back on the pitch again anyway, so we'll see how long he lasts. Tavares now with the ball on this near side, finds Kolasinac and into El Neni. Kolasinac and El Neni combining for Arsenal, which kind of sums up where we are at the moment, doesn't it? Kolasinac again. This time he finds Xhaka, and he finds Rob Holding, trying to bring the ball out of defence and clips the ball over the top to that far side to Nicolas Pepe. He's just got in behind the defence at the moment. Over on that far side, there's two players he's got to face. That's a good ball actually inside to Martin Ødegaard, is it? Oh, it's Callum Chambers actually made that burst forward. And Arsenal have won themselves a corner, their first corner of the game. That was a little bit better from Nicolas Pepe. He had two players on him, but he managed to play the ball inside to Callum Chambers, and the defence has managed to scramble it behind for a corner over on that far side, which I think Bukayo Saka is going to take. So it's going to be an in-swinger. Oh, it's actually Pepe going to take it with his left foot. So he's going to be an in-swinger. Nicolas Pepe with this corner. Let's see what our set-piece coach has been doing. He plays it short, actually, to the edge of the penalty area. Comes across to Bukayo Saka again. Is he going to manage to get a shot away? Now he's held up. It comes to Kolasinac and then goes all the way back to El Neni. So that set-piece did not really work at all. But West Brom haven't cleared the ball away properly yet. It's Saka now on this near side. Arsenal's left. Cuts inside. He's going to get a shot away on his right foot. Tries to curl it. It's deflected. Oh, it's gone just wide of the post. Ødegaard couldn't quite get the touch on it. It got deflected off an Arsenal player, actually. Saka's shot of his right foot. He cut inside. Did well there, actually, Bukayo Saka. Cut inside. Hit a shot there. It's got deflected off. Was it Rob Holding who was in the 6-yard box? It couldn't quite fall for Martin Ødegaard. Just ran away. In fact, Martin Ødegaard's shot hit the post, actually. He hit the outside of the post. And it remains at 1-0. But again, you can see our quality in that final third, you know, with Saka, Aubameyang, Pepe and Ødegaard. And Ødegaard there hit a post. Would have been a great way to mark his second debut, wouldn't it, with a goal. He did score 2 last season, of course, if you remember. One in the North London derby and one in the Europa League, which was against Olympiacos, I think, wasn't it? But West Brom now coming forward. But that pass was cut out in midfield by El Neni. He finds Pepe again down his far side. Pepe running inside at the defence, plays it out to Callum Chambers on the far side, but he's never going to get there. But it has gone out for a throw to Arsenal. Adam Reach there doing his defensive duties for the Baggies. And the ball's gone out for a throw to Arsenal, which Callum Chambers is going to take on that far side. Are we going to see a new, fresh Aubameyang this season? Certainly, we need to find the Aubameyang from a couple of years ago, don't we? And if we get that, who knows? We could end up having a not a bad season, because if he scores, say, if he can get 20, 25 goals, it's going to set us in good stead, isn't it? But he's got one for the season already, so it's good to be up and running, isn't it? It's his first start of the season as well. He did make a brief cameo, didn't he, against Chelsea at the weekend? Came on for about 15, 20 minutes. Looked a little bit lively. Didn't really get in the game, but he has now got himself a goal, which I'm sure will make him feel a little bit better with life. Still speculation. He could be on his way out, of course, still, isn't there? Man City are rumoured to be interested after Harry Kane has said he's staying at Tottenham. So it'd be interesting to see, would Arsenal turn away the sort of money that Man City would offer? Perhaps we'd be stupid to do that, wouldn't we? But we'd have to reinvest it very quickly in another striker, wouldn't we? Because we're very short in that area anyway. But West Brom now coming forward with Snodgrass. This is good play from West Brom again down the far side, Arsenal's right. That is going to be, most teams are going to target that area, aren't they? Because that is the weak spot of our team. I think that's quite obvious. And that's what West Brom are doing, trying to attack us down that side. But we deal with that attack that time, and now we can maybe get a counter attack of our own. Bukayo Saka in the middle of the pitch goes past one challenge. He's done well. He's got Tavares outside him. He didn't really look. He was instead looked for Aubameyang ahead of him. Maybe the pass to Tavares out on the far side, the near side would have been better. But Tavares has got the ball now, looking for support. Goes back inside to Granit Xhaka, plays it to El Neni. Those two, to be fair, have combined quite well in midfield so far in this game. Maybe they found their level. Now Tavares out on this near side. Can he go past the defender and get a crossing? He has. He's done well, Tavares. Oh, he can't quite get a crossing though. The defender got back at him. Now he puts the ball in with his right foot, but it's deflected. El Neni picks it up. Arsenal keeping the pressure on, trying to look for that second goal, which would make West Brom's task a hell of a lot more difficult, wouldn't it? Rob Holding now inside the centre circle. They have pushed us back again, though. It's over to the far side to Callum Chambers, plays it back in to Rob Holding and plays it into El Neni. And then he thinks the ball over the top, looking for Pepe, but it doesn't reach him. But Ødegaard's picked it up over on that far side. Martin Ødegaard, the Norwegian, plays the ball forward towards Saka, who's made a run into the penalty area, but the defender got there first. West Brom now have got a counter-attack, have they? The referee is going to come back for the free kick. It was a foul by Rob Holding again on the centre forward. He might well get himself a yellow card. In fact, he has got a yellow card, Rob Holding. I don't think it's just for that one foul. He's done a couple, hasn't he, on that centre forward for West Brom. It would have been a counter-attack, actually, and tripped him just on the halfway line. And it looked as though West Brom was still going to get a breakaway, but Callum Chambers had come round to cover. So the referee's gone back and called a free kick. It was a foul from Rob Holding. And he's got himself a yellow card. 27 minutes played. He's going to have to be careful now. It's Zohori, the West Brom centre forward. They've had a bit of a battle, those two, actually, in this game so far. And Rob Holding's now got a yellow card. It's a free kick to West Brom just inside the centre circle, just on halfway. He's clipped in towards the edge of the penalty area to this near side. It's headed out by Nuno Tavares. And now Bukayo Saka comes away with the ball. He's got Aubameyang outside him. Aubameyang with a burst. The ball maybe just held him up a little bit. Saka's gone on. Aubameyang plays it square. Oh, was that to Tavares? He slips over. Or was it Pepe? No, it was Tavares made a run forward. The ball came to him on the edge of the penalty area, but he slips over at a crucial moment. And that was a swift counter-attack there from Arsenal. Aubameyang and Saka heavily involved. And then it was Tavares made the run, got himself to the edge of the penalty area, and just at a crucial moment, lost his footing. And West Brom were able to clear the ball away. It was good play from Aubameyang there, actually. A good run off Bukayo Saka. The ball maybe just held him up a little bit. It wasn't played quite enough in front of him, so he couldn't have a run on and have a shot at goal. Instead, he tried to find Tavares, who had made a 40-yard lung-busting run towards the edge of the penalty area. But I say he slipped over at a crucial moment, and West Brom were able to get it clear. The ball now is back in the Arsenal penalty of Rob Holding. Plays the ball out to that far side to Callum Chambers. Now he plays it inside to Martin Odegaard. To Granit Xhaka, sorry. Now it comes across to El Neni and then to Kolasinac. Gets it back to El Neni, back into Xhaka, and now it is into Martin Odegaard over on that far side. Cuts inside onto his left foot, plays it square to Granit Xhaka, another left-footed player. Of course, we've got a few in this team tonight, haven't we? Kolasinac, Tavares, Saka, Odegaard, Xhaka. It is Odegaard this time with his left foot, plays it to this near side to Tavares, plays it into Bukayo Saka, but it's a little bit short and West Brom can clear it, but it's rolled all the way back to Aaron Ramsdale, who gets it back from Kolasinac. Ramsdale. Obviously, he's been brought in, hasn't he, because of his ability to play the ball out from the back. But he's not really had the opportunity to really do that too much yet. But a mistake there from El Neni. And now West Brom can have an attack down this near side. Kolasinac briefly holds him up. And West Brom keep possession, but we have forced them back into their own half now. But that's a ball switch from right to left by West Brom. But Arsenal managed to deal with it. Callum Chambers there steps in, and it's going to be a throw to West Brom. We're in the last 15 minutes of this first half. So far, so good then for Arsenal. West Bromwich Albion 0, Arsenal 1. It was Aubameyang with the goal after 17 minutes, tapping in from about 2 yards after Saka's shot had been saved. But Arsenal don't really deal with that ball. It's still inside the Arsenal penalty area, but they do clear it away now. I think Chambers was just trying to let the ball out. Holding was trying to let the ball roll out of play, and the West Brom player got round him, kept it in, and there was a brief moment of panic in the Arsenal penalty area. But in the end, El Neni managed to clear the ball away, and it's going to be a throw to West Brom, to Arsenal. Sorry, just inside our half. It's gone back to Rob Holding. He plays it short to El Neni. El Neni gets it back. Rob Holding again. Finds Kolasinac. He's got Saka just in front of him. Gets it back off Saka, Kolasinac, and then goes back to Ramsdale. So Arsenal keeping possession again in these non-dangerous. Plays the ball out from the back to El Neni. Drops it off to Rob Holding. Now to Xhaka, and now he finds Kolasinac. Now Saka's got a little bit of space on halfway. Plays it square to Odegaard. Little touch off to El Neni. But El Neni's ball over to the far side is too short. It's cut out. And this is why we need better than El Neni as cover in midfield, don't we? But I think it's a free kick, is it, to Arsenal over on that far side? Was it a foul on Pepe? Or was it a foul by Pepe? Not quite sure what the referee's given. But anyway, we'll soon find out. The West Brom manager doesn't look very happy. Ismail seemed to be a bit unhappy about that decision there. But anyway, Arsenal now coming forward. Saka, that's a good ball. Almost a good ball to Pepe, but the defender for West Brom cut it out. Now Arsenal trying to shut down a little bit more aggressively, but West Brom do get out of that and they're coming forward again down the right-hand side. But that wasn't a good pass, and the ball's now gone back to Aaron Ramsdale. Again, that's a decent ball out from Aaron Ramsdale, this time to El Neni. Plays it to Callum Chambers on the far side. Knocks it back into Rob Holding and then to El Neni. And Arsenal looking fairly comfortable in possession at the moment. West Brom had a decent start to this game. They were aggressive and they did have one or two early opportunities. A good save from Ramsdale, actually, when it was 0-0. But since the goal, we've largely looked in control. But, of course, it's only 1-0, and that can be a fragile lead in any game. And West Brom have certainly showed enough to suggest that they could come back into this, actually. That 1-0 is certainly not going to be enough necessarily. So I think we do need this second goal. And if we can get it before half-time, that will really settle us down. Xhaka there was looking for Aubameyang, but it was well read by the defender. who clears it up the pitch, and it's going to be a throw to Arsenal midway inside our own half over on the far side. Arsenal's right. No, it's Granit Xhaka bringing the ball forward into the centre circle. Clips the ball over the top towards Aubameyang. Is he onside? Goalkeeper's come out. Did he bring him down? Not quite sure if that's a West Brom player's gone down. The goalkeeper came well out of his penalty area. I think Aubameyang was onside. It was Xhaka played the ball over the top. There's a West Brom defender down. The goalkeeper comes steaming out of his area there. Did he get the ball? He certainly got a bit of the defender by the look of it, who's now getting some treatment for a potential head injury. Looks nasty, that. Aubameyang was onside. Timed his run perfectly there. He got the wrong side of the defence. He tried to get it around the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper came out, actually did really well, and then collided with his own defender. It's quite a heavy challenge, actually. The defender's going to, I think he might not survive this game. Aubameyang tried to take it around the keeper, who did well. And it was a lovely ball from Xhaka over the top there. But a great bit of play by the goalkeeper. And I say he just ended up clattering into his own defender, who now is receiving some treatment on the floor. Very good goalkeeping, actually. He did well, because Aubameyang would have been round him and would have had an empty net to slot the ball into. But they're just showing the goal again while we have this break in play. Saka did well to win the ball back on the edge of the box. He maybe got a little bit lucky there with a deflection, but it's a good shot. And there's Aubameyang to tap it home. It's where you want your centre forward to be, don't you? But good play from Saka. He was unlucky not to score himself. It was a decent enough save by the goalkeeper, but he maybe will feel that he perhaps could have held the ball. And in the end, it just rolled out to Aubameyang to tap in. But it looks like the West Brom defender now is going to be okay, we think, to carry on. He's just sitting up now. I'm not sure if he was knocked unconscious, but he did certainly get a heavy whack from his own goalkeeper there in the aftermath of that attack. But he is sitting up now and looks as though he's going to be okay. Not sure if he's going to be able to continue in this game, though. West Brom seem to be looking as though they're deciding on a substitution for him, perhaps. We'll have to see what comes from that. But we're going to have a bit of stoppage time now at the end of this first half. We've maybe had 2 or 3 minutes now of a hold up here for this injury to the West Brom defender. Given time for the West Brom manager there to talk to his centre forward there, maybe a few tactical alterations. But he's jogging over to the far side now, the defender. He looks like he's going to be okay. Still, he's not moving completely freely yet, but it was quite a heavy knock that he took. And he looks like he's going to be okay. To continue, he's just having a word with the manager there on the touchline, probably just to see how he is. But he's coming back on now anyway, so we're back up and running again with Arsenal in possession, with Xhaka again inside the centre circle, plays it to Kolasinac and then gets it back. Actually, it goes back to Rob Holding instead. Now it's with Xhaka. Again, he plays a great ball over to the far side towards Nicolas Pepe. Tries to get it under control, but he can't, and West Brom are able to clear the ball away. Xhaka's been pinging those balls around tonight, actually. He does quite a decent game, I think, Granit Xhaka. Well, that's a good turn in the centre of the pitch there by a West Brom player, but the ball just ran away from him. And now Tavares has it on his near side. Looked like he had done too much, but he did get it back to Kolasinac, who then plays it square to Rob Holding. And then out to the far side to Callum Chambers. We're 6 minutes or 7 minutes away from half time. And there will be a bit of stoppage time as well, of course, for that injury. Tavares then plays the ball inside to Aubameyang, plays it to Elneny. Can Arsenal open up West Brom again? Callum Chambers now on that far side. He's got a little bit of space. Plays the ball into Pepe, who's got acres of space in the penalty, but the ball comes off the back of his heel. In fact, he was offside anyway. He was in acres of space there, Nicolas Pepe. But had he timed his run, gone too early? Yes, he had. Maybe Callum Chambers delayed the ball slightly too long as well. But it did come back off Nicolas Pepe's heel. And it is going to be a free kick to West Brom anyway. That was a lovely bit of play there from Castro in midfield. A lovely turn, pirouette in the centre circle, but it didn't come to anything in the end. But West Brom now looking to build an attack again through the middle of the Arsenal defence, but we do deal with that well. But Tavares there, slightly loose touch. Kolasinac comes across. Did he get the ball? Don't think he did. It's a yellow card for Kolasinac as well. He maybe got there just slightly late. And it's going to be a free kick to West Brom in quite a dangerous position, actually, on the edge of the penalty area, just on this left hand, on Arsenal's left. Kolasinac thought he'd got there. Oh, he didn't. He was very late, actually. Fully deserved the yellow card for that challenge, actually. He got there as quick as he could, but it wasn't quick enough. And Arsenal are going to have to defend this free kick as we move into the last 6 minutes of this first half. It's going to be Snodgrass. He's got a good set-piece delivery. We've seen him for West Ham. It's about 5 yards outside the penalty area, just to the left-hand side of the goal as we look, or to Arsenal's left. It's to the right as West Brom look. Aaron Ramsdale is sorting his wall out. The first defensive wall he's had to make. He's only got 2 in the wall, actually. Snodgrass can certainly score from here with his left foot. We've seen him do it for West Ham on several occasions. Arsenal are going to have to be strong here defensively. Is Ramsdale going to be called into action? This is a dangerous moment, this, for Arsenal. Snodgrass now with a free kick. Hits it straight into the wall. Comes to the edge of the penalty area. Shot comes in. It's deflected again. Ramsdale already dived, but Arsenal haven't got it clear. Can they now? Rob Holding does. The free kick wasn't actually the greatest free kick from Snodgrass. He's certainly done better ones than that before. It hit the wall. It came back out to the edge of the box, and the shot coming in actually struck El Neni on the back of the head. I don't think he was really aware of it, actually. But he got in the way, and Arsenal now have got a goal kick. So it's good defending that from Arsenal in the end. Probably not the greatest set piece from West Brom there. I say Snodgrass. I've seen him score from similar positions to that throughout his career. But luckily on this occasion, he didn't get it right. And it is still 1-0 to the Arsenal. Of course, a familiar scoreline. Maybe not so much in recent years. I suppose it hasn't been quite such a familiar scoreline, has it? But it is at the moment still 1-0. Now, Ødegaard in the midfield. That's a good ball to Saka, very central. Saka there, was he fouled? Referee allows play to go on because Aubameyang picks up the ball. Ødegaard tries to feed it into Tavares, who was very, very far forward up the pitch, but he couldn't quite get there. And West Brom briefly have an attack that's broken down. And Arsenal now can pick the ball up in the centre of the pitch with El Neni inside the centre circle. Dinks the ball over the top, looking for the runner. Saka, it comes to Pepe, but again, the West Brom defence have dealt pretty easily with Pepe, who's been quite poor in this first half, actually, if we're totally. He's offered no real threat at all, which isn't unusual, is it? Unfortunately, certainly not this season. He hasn't had the greatest start, has he, Nicolas Pepe? But anyway, Arsenal now trying to build an attack of their own. Kolasinac now plays it back to Aaron Ramsdale. Arsenal maybe trying to suck West Brom in. They're not falling for the trap. But Arsenal do manage to play it out quite well here. But it's gone back to Rob Holding. He's got Kolasinac square and he's found him. Plays the ball back in again to Granit Xhaka, who's just sitting in front of the defence, Granit Xhaka. Now Rob Holding plays it out to the far side to Callum Chambers into Ødegaard. Chambers gets it back. Plays it inside to Saka. Now it's down his left-hand side to Tavares, who's really far forward. Whips the ball in towards the 6-yard box, looking for Aubameyang, but West Brom defender just got in front of him, managed to clear it away, and Tavares works hard to try and win the ball back. But it's Xhaka now picks it up. That was a decent ball whipped in, actually, by Tavares on his left-hand side. He's had a mixed first half, actually, the Portuguese fullback. But that was much better. He got a good cross in, looking for Aubameyang. The edge of the 6-yard box it was, but the West Brom defender came across and was able to scramble the ball clear. But Arsenal still in possession as we head towards half-time. Arsenal still with that lead. The goal from Aubameyang, 17 minutes into this game. And Arsenal comfortably in possession at the moment inside the centre circle with Rob Holding, plays it to El Neni. Comes to this near side to Bukayo Saka. Tries to turn, but the defender read it well, actually. And now West Brom can try and build a counter-attack. The ball gets deflected forward, but West Brom still keeping possession again. They're attacking down their left-hand side, our right. a little bit of space there. Is there? Can they get a cross in? Rob Holding comes across, holds the player up there well. That's a nice little back heel, but it just goes out of play, and it's going to be a goal. But that's where West Brom's danger is, isn't it? Coming down that left-hand side, our right. Once again, that was where they attacked, found a little bit of space. But Rob Holding did well, actually, to hold up the forward. And then the ball eventually has gone out for it was Gardner Hickman, the young lad, actually tried a little back heel. And it's gone out for a goal kick to Arsenal. We played it short, actually, and now Saka's got the ball, plays it back to Kolasinac, plays it into Granit Xhaka, square to El Neni. Now it's with Callum Chambers. We've moved the ball across the pitch well now. El Neni, he's got Pepe in front of him. That's a good ball. Pepe, Aubameyang's in the middle. Surely he's got to square it or shoot himself. Pepe's at the post and Aubameyang gets a second. Another tap in for Aubameyang. Is he going to go on and get his first Arsenal hat-trick? Sorry, no, it's not his first Arsenal hat-trick, is it? He's got one. But he's got 2 goals now, and that should be that. It was good play from El Neni, actually. Played the ball into Pepe. Pepe burst into the penalty area, tried a shot. He beat the keeper, hit the post. And again, Aubameyang's following up on the edge of the 6-yard box. That's what you want your centre-forward to do. He's done it twice now in his first half. He's got himself 2 goals. Pepe was unlucky, but Aubameyang snaps up the opportunity and makes it 2-0. And you'd have to say it's a long way back for West Brom now. Good counter-attack that was from Arsenal. The ball ends up in the back of the net again, and Aubameyang almost apologises to Pepe because obviously it would have been Pepe's goal, but came back off the post. And 2 goals for Aubameyang in this first half. That one coming right on the very last minute of this first half. And Kevin says there more to come. Yeah, you'd imagine so. We've opened them up on the counter-attack a few times, haven't we? And I think West Brom now, after a bright start, have maybe run out of steam a little bit. But we still need to be careful because, you know, if they do get a goal back, it could make it a slightly nervy second half. But there's going to be 5 minutes of stoppage time, actually, at the end of this first half. We thought there'd be a few because of that injury a little while ago. Now, Saka's coming forward again. Saka plays it through to Aubameyang. He's onside. It's going to be his hat-trick, is it? First half hat-trick for Aubameyang. Oh, the goalkeeper does well. He plays it across. It is 3-0. And it's Nicolas Pepe this time, does get a goal. Looked like Aubameyang was going to get his hat-trick, but he was briefly held up by the goalkeeper. It was a good save, and I think Aubameyang tried a shot, but it just rolled across and it went through to Pepe to tap home. Again, a good counter-attack from Arsenal. Saka did really well, played a lovely ball through to Aubameyang, had acres of space. Looked like he was going to get his hat-trick there, tried to dink it over the goalkeeper, and then he played it across and Pepe slid in to get the final touch. 3 easy finishes in the end, but well-worked counter-attacks actually from Arsenal. And surely that is going to be that. We can look forward to a 3rd round tie in the next round. A devastating end to the first half from Arsenal. 2 goals in a minute just before half-time. Nicolas Pepe with that one. And it is now 3-0, and that is surely game over. We did say at the start, didn't we, about the attacking players that we had were always likely to give us the edge if we could be solid enough defensively with a rather makeshift back line. And it's worked well in the end. And Kevin says good for the goal scorers as they will play in the league. Yeah, no, exactly. It's always nice to get goals. I'm sure Aubameyang will be, glad he's got his 2, and Pepe's now got 1 as well. So hopefully that'll give them a bit of confidence. Hopefully it'll give the team a bit of confidence as well. And maybe it'll give us fans a bit of confidence as well that, things maybe aren't as doom and gloom as we thought. But we need to keep some perspective here. This is West Bromwich Albion's 2nd string team, isn't it? And although we've got a lot of players missing ourselves, it is a very strong attacking side that we've put out today, and it's paid off. But West Brom are going to end this first half with a corner. A bit of messing about there between Xhaka and Holding. A bit sloppy, really. It'd be nice to keep a clean sheet before half time, wouldn't it? There's a couple of minutes of stoppage time remaining, but it's going to be a corner to West Brom on its near side, which Snodgrass is going to take. He has usually got, I say, a good set piece delivery with his left foot. Snodgrass's corner is a decent delivery into the 6-yard box, but Arsenal managed to get it away briefly over to the far side. The cross comes back in, but it's overhit. And it's going to go out for a goal kick. Adam Reach it was there with a second cross, which was overhit. And it's gone out, I say, for a goal kick to Arsenal. Been a good first half then in the end for Arsenal. We overcame a few early difficulties, didn't we? There was a good shot for West Brom early on, produced a great save from Aaron Ramsdale actually on his debut. A good save down to his right-hand side. And that was when it was 0-0. And then we settled down a little bit and got the goal. 17 minutes into the game it was. It was a good bit of play from Bukayo Saka on the edge of the penalty area. He got past a couple of challenges. His shot was pushed out by the goalkeeper for Aubameyang to tap home. And then it's all happened at the end of the first half. And the final couple of minutes, actually, Aubameyang made it 2 again. He followed up a shot that hit the post from Nicolas Pepe. He'd been pretty quiet up until then, but he burst into life there, hit a shot against the post, and Aubameyang tapped home. And then seconds later, Aubameyang looked like he was in for a hat-trick. He had been played in by Bukayo Saka straight through the middle. He tried to dink it over the goalkeeper. The ball came back to him, and acrobatically, I don't know if it was a shot or it was just putting it across the 6-yard box, and Pepe slid in at the far post to finish from close range again. So 3 pretty easy goals, easy finishes, but I say good counter-attacking play from Arsenal. The half-time whistle has gone. It is West Brom 0, Arsenal 3, and that's certainly a good first half to enjoy, isn't it, from Arsenal's perspective after a difficult start to the season. Good to see some good attacking play, actually, some good, well-worked counter-attacks, even though the finishes were easy. People have got to be there to finish them off, and that's been a problem, hasn't it, that we've had, getting bodies in the box to get on the end of things. And tonight, we've managed to get people on the end of things. We've got 3 goals, and that's a great first half, and it should be enough, shouldn't it? Let's not take it too much for granted yet, because West Brom have shown given us 1 or 2 problems, especially from set pieces, certainly in the first 10 or 15 minutes of this game. But since we took the lead, we've pretty much been in control. And I say we are halfway there, aren't we? A job well done in that first half from Arsenal, from front to back, actually, despite a rather makeshift defence. They've done okay. They've coped pretty well, certainly after a shaky opening. And I say 3-0, fantastic. A great first half that is from Arsenal. And let's hope for more goals in the second half. We'll be attacking the end where our fans are as well in the second half. So it'd be nice to get a goal or 2 up that end, won't it, in front of the fans? Because at West Brom sometimes, it's difficult to see the action up the far end, isn't it, when you're in that away end? So it'd be nice to get some goals down that end for the fans as well. Let's hope Andrew will say from Dial Square to where he's enjoying himself. I'm sure he will be. Decent first half. It's been a good game, actually. It's been quite an even game, open game. Sorry, chances at both ends, and a little bit of quality in that final third has maybe made a difference. James Johnson's in the chat. How you doing, James? Thanks for tuning in. Please check his channel out as well. There's some great stuff on there, actually. Really good stuff, so definitely check him out. He says, "Evening, Rich. Just thought I'd pop in and say hello before I dish up my Arctic roll and have a slash." Brilliant. Well, thanks for that information, James. I'm glad you're having a good evening. But that wasn't a bad first half, was it? To be fair, good stuff. So let's hope that, I say, a bit more of that in the second half would be nice, and make sure that we get the victory. Arctic roll sounds nice, actually. I was a little bit late starting because I've just come back from football training, a bit of a rush back. Just quickly grabbed something to eat and got started. So an Arctic roll actually would be quite nice. So if you've got any left, I'd quite like some, actually. So save some for me. That'd be nice. Be a good way to end this evening, wouldn't it? Fantastic. And he says, "Yeah, no, it's lovely to score some goals." Yes, it is. Of course, it's lovely to score some goals. These players are lift as well, because as I think Kevin sort of mentioned before, these are the guys that's probably going to play in the Premier League on Saturday against Manchester City. And of course, the forthcoming games after that as well. So it's nice to get some goals, and let's hope it can let's hope it can be the start of a good run. And James's area pops up in the post. Okay, it might be a bit squashed by the time I get it in, but I'm sure it'll still taste nice, which is good. So yeah, basically, it's nice to get a bit of confidence back, isn't it? I'm not going to read too much into this performance in terms of the Premier League, if we're honest, because I say it is a second string West Brom team, a lot of young players they've got, and we have got a quality front four in this game, and that's in the end that's what's made the difference, isn't it? That's what's given us this 3-0 victory. You know, just some good counter-attacking play with a little bit of quality that we've got, and let's just hope that we can show this similar quality in the Premier League over the next. Over the next few weeks, which is really important that we start, trying to get a little bit of a run together in the league. We need, we're not expecting much from Saturday, let's be honest. Be nice if we could, get a result. That'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? But we're not really expecting too much. But we have got some winnable games coming up after the international break. And maybe, tonight will give some of these players a confidence to take into those games. And if we can quickly get 2 or 3 wins in the league, it's going to make a hell of a difference, isn't it? To everybody, it's going to lift everybody as well. So it is important. So we do need to do that. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to nip and get a drink, and then I will be back for the second half. So stay tuned for the second half. Hopefully some more goals, hopefully we can finish this job off in fine style. So stay tuned. I will be back very shortly after the other side of this. Hey there, and welcome back to the watch along. West Bromwich Albion against Arsenal in the Carabao Cup. It is half time. It is West Brom 0, Arsenal 3. Aubameyang with the first goal 17 minutes in, and then 2 goals in the final minute of the first half. Aubameyang got the second, and then Pepe followed up with the third. Aubameyang with the assist for that one. So it's been a decent first half for Arsenal after a slightly tricky opening 10 minutes or so. Good save from Aaron Ramsdale on his debut early in the game. But since then, it's pretty much been Arsenal in control. And yeah, looking good. Let's see if we can get some more goals in the second half and, you know, just really make sure that we go on and finish this off in fine style. What we don't want to do is concede a sloppy goal or two and give West Brom any kind of hope to get back into it. It seems unlikely, but you never know, dear. Football's a funny old game, as they say, and we've known before, haven't we? Some of these, we've thrown away big leads before, haven't we? So we just need to be careful. Come out of second half, do a professional job, and hopefully add another goal or two to the total. The players still aren't out yet for the second half. Of course, there was 5 minutes stoppage time at the end of that half, so that might explain why there's been nobody coming out yet. The players are just arriving now. The West Brom players are coming out for the start of the second half as the substitutions go in. West Brom just have a little warm up as they come out for the second half. So yeah, it's going to be hopefully a good second half, isn't it? We can get a few more goals and we can really sort of push on and make sure that we finish the job off. I think that's important, isn't it? So let's hope that we do. So we are not far off the second half now. So 3-0 to Arsenal. Is Aubameyang going to complete a hat-trick? I almost said it was going to be his first hat-trick for Arsenal, but of course he did score one, didn't he, in Valencia back in 2019. Of course, that Europa League semi-final game, the away leg. But he's not yet scored a hat-trick in the Premier League for Arsenal. Or in fact, he hasn't scored a Premier League in England for Arsenal. So this would be a first on that side of it, wouldn't it? But we are about to get the second half up and underway. Arsenal will be attacking the goal to our right in this second half, which I say is the end where the Arsenal fans are congregated. 3,000 travelling fans. Mikel Arteta there in conversation with Steve Round on the touchline. Don't know what they're talking about there. But Arsenal are going to kick off. There's been no changes at half-time, I don't think, for either side. There was an injury to the West Brom defender, but he seems okay. And it's going to be Arsenal to kick off in this second half. See if we can add some more goals. But I just want to see us really show professionalism in this second half, really, and make sure that we don't allow West Brom anything at all. A clean sheet would be nice. And another goal or two would be nice as well, especially if they would be in front of the travelling fans up at that end away to our right, where Arsenal are attacking in this second half. Currently, Aaron Ramsdale's got the ball at his feet, and he is comfortable there, isn't he? I can see him taking over from Bernd Leno as the season progresses, actually. But we'll see. Aubameyang there wins a header, which was nice to see. He's got a bit of a knock on the back of the head, but he's going to be fine, I'm sure. The ball's bouncing around inside the centre circle. Granit Xhaka initially wins it and then gives away a free kick to West Brom. Yeah, I can see Ramsdale. He looks comfortable, doesn't he? And the way Arteta wants to play, he's kind of well suited to that, isn't he? So I don't think it'll be long until Ramsdale's maybe playing in the Premier League as well as in these cup ties. That'll be something to look out for, won't it, soon? Because I do think that that's certainly going to be on the cards before the end of the season, I believe, or a long way before the end of the season. But we'll see what happens. West Brom goalie Palmer has come out and kicked the ball out for a throw to Arsenal to stop a counter attack. Aubameyang again looking to get in behind. He's looked pretty sharp, Aubameyang, tonight, actually, and he did look pretty sharp when he came on at the weekend as well. So are we going to see a new, or is it an old Aubameyang, the old Aubameyang from a couple of years ago that used to score goals for fun for us? He's not far off the 100, is he? He's in the, what's he, 87 is it now? He's got something like that. So he's not far off, is he? The big 100. He could certainly get there this season. Joining the 100 club, of course, alongside some really great Arsenal strikers over the years have got 100 goals for the club, including, of course, a couple that maybe he wasn't particularly popular. Obviously, Olivier Giroud and Theo Walcott, both in that 100 club. Now, Tavares down that left-hand side puts a cross in just a little bit too far away from Nicolas Pepe at the far side, but he's picked it up again. Nicolas Pepe, can he get a cross in? He plays it back to Callum Chambers, a low cross. It wasn't very well struck, and West Brom can briefly get it away, but only as far as El Neni plays it to Chambers down this near side, Arsenal's right, into Martin Odegaard. He's looked lively and busy in this game on his second debut for the club. Granit Xhaka then played it into Aubameyang. It's now gone out to the far side to Tavares, very far forward again. Granit Xhaka then tried to play it into the box. Kolasinac there plays it back to Xhaka on that far side. So can Arsenal add to their goal total in the second half, or will we have to just settle for those three? El Neni now in the middle of midfield to Rob Holding, who goes across to Kolasinac, now coming forward inside. The West Brom half gets the ball back from Xhaka, who was on that far touchline. Now it's into Rob Holding in the centre circle. Arsenal keeping possession again pretty well. Odegaard now locks the ball into El Neni, now to Nicolas Pepe. Cuts inside again and looking for a ball onto his left foot as he likes. Granit Xhaka again on his left foot, plays the ball over the top. He was looking for Aubameyang, but it was over here and it's gone all the way through to the goalkeeper. Granit Xhaka's had a good game tonight. I think his passing's been, he's been trying to open up the defence with his long passing. They've not all come off. Of course, they're not going to all come off, are they? But at least he's looking to be proactive in that area, isn't he? He's trying to actually play the ball forward and he's trying to create some opportunities, and I like to see that, as I'm sure we all do. So he's had a good game. El Neni's been a bit hit and miss next to him, giving the ball away a few times. You know he's going to work hard, but maybe he lacks a little bit of quality, as we know. Odegaard's maybe been a bit quiet. He's done some nice things, showed some nice touches. He's not had as much influence on this game as I was hoping he might, but then again, it is his first game back, and I don't know how fit he is, but he's involved now. Lovely back heel. Saka's in. Is it going to be 4-0? It is 4-0. Bukayo Saka. That's a popular goal, isn't it? We all love to see Bukayo Saka getting a goal. Fantastic finish that was. Brilliant stuff from Arsenal. Right in front of the away fans as well. Lovely goal, actually. Odegaard's back heel set that up, actually. Just saying he hadn't had much influence in the game. And then he goes and creates an assist with a lovely back heel into the path there of Saka. Lovely finish across the goalkeeper. Saka had actually started the move, played it into Odegaard. Lovely back heel back to him. And then a finish with his right foot as well into the far corner. In fact, you almost forget he's left-footed, don't you, Saka? He's just as good on either foot. He just got it in front of the goalkeeper and put it into the corner. So a really popular goal from Bukayo Saka. Of course, his first goal back since his heroics at the Euros, of course, in the summer. So lovely to see him on the score sheet. He was unlucky, actually, wasn't he, not to score the first goal, was it? It was his shot that was pushed out by the goalkeeper. But it is 4-0. We didn't take much time in the second half to add to our goal, did we? Add to our goal tally in front of the away fans. A nice moment there for Bukayo Saka. And we maybe need him to score a few more goals, don't we, this season? And he's off the mark as well. So 3 of our 4 attacking players, just Odegaard now left to get a goal, and that'll complete the set. He did it at the post actually in the first half, didn't he? But that's been the difference in this game, hasn't it? Our extra quality in the final third, and it showed again there. That was a really well worked goal. Saka played it into Odegaard, lovely back heel back into his path, and a lovely first time finish of his right foot into the corner of the net. But West Brom now coming forward themselves. They've managed to win a corner off Callum Chambers on this near side. I think we need a clean sheet now, don't we? That'll make the night complete for Aaron Ramsdale, of course, on his debut. Despite, I say, a rather makeshift back line with Kolasinac. Looks like he's playing as the left-sided centre half next to Rob Holding and Callum Chambers on the right. But anyway, West Brom do have a corner. Let's see how we deal with this. Goes all the way to the far post, but it's gone all the way out for a goal kick. Actually, it wasn't the greatest corner, was it, from the young lad there? Gardner Hickman it was with that corner that's gone straight out for a goal kick to Arsenal. So, yeah, we're looking in complete control now, aren't we? Which I suppose was always going to be the case, wasn't it? Or at least it should have always been the case. Anyway, Arsenal now coming forward again. Can we add some more goals to this total? We've never scored more than 4 in a game under Mikel Arteta, actually, in any competition that we've played in. 4's been the most that we've managed. We did it 3 or 4 times in the Europa League last season. We've done it a couple of times in the Premier League, haven't we? A game against Norwich at home, I remember, was 4-0. West Brom away, actually, last season in the Premier League, of course, we won 4-0, didn't we, on this ground in the snow. If you remember Kieran Tierney's great goal in that snowstorm last season over Christmas time, of course, just as we were starting to turn our form around from that game. We haven't managed to score more than 4. So let's see if we can maybe break that tonight. We've got, over 35 minutes to get it as well. So another goal. See if we can finally get a five goal haul under our set. But West Brom now have got a chance. Shot comes in. It was well blocked by Rob Holding. The header comes in. Ramsdale with a save again. Good save that was from Ramsdale. His second decent save of the night. Another big positive for this game tonight has been the performance of Aaron Ramsdale. He's looked comfortable and solid, and he made a decent save there. Good reflexes there to push the ball away from a close range header. Read that situation really well. Now West Brom have got another corner. We've got to try and defend this. He's whipped in towards that crossbar, and it's going to be a goal kick. But yeah, good goalkeeping from Ramsdale again. Been impressed with him tonight. It's good to see. He looks comfortable, doesn't he? Everything that he's done, he's looked good. He's looked good with the ball at his feet. He's made a couple of decent saves, and he's commanded that area. Well, you could say that save's fairly comfortable. It is quite close to him, but it was at close range, and he responded well to push that away for a corner. Another shot comes in for West Brom. Actually, another save from Ramsdale. That was Gardner Hickman again with that effort. Mistake at the back from Arsenal. Again, some sloppy defending. Good run into the box there, and Ramsdale this time saves with his legs. And James B says there, you boys were worrying last night about tonight. Yeah, we were, but we didn't know that West Brom were going to maybe play their second 11, did we? So maybe that's helped us a little bit. I thought West Brom might have gone a bit stronger in this game. Ramsdale just came and collected that corner, and I think he's landed awkwardly, actually. He's now in a bit of pain. He may need some treatment. It's a bit worrying, actually. He did get up well for that corner and took it well. Granit Xhaka is now helping him before the trainer can come on and give him some treatment. He really got up well there, the goalkeeper, but he did land rather awkwardly on his shoulder, actually. That could be nasty. Let's hope it isn't, because the last thing that we need is a great young goalkeeper to get injured on his debut, because he's played well tonight, actually, and that would be a real shame. But Leno is starting to warm up. Of course, he's on the bench tonight. We were wondering if Aaron Ramsdale was going to take his place in the team eventually, but if Ramsdale can't continue, he's getting some treatment now. He is slowly getting back to his feet again, so let's hope he's going to be okay. Still moving a little bit gingerly. He's just had another drink, and I'm sure he's going to be okay to continue. He just landed awkwardly on his shoulder, actually. He did well to grab that corner. He did really well, and he just landed awkwardly. But he does look as though he's okay, which is good to see. And let's hope he can continue throughout the rest of this game and get that clean sheet that he deserves for, I say, a really comfortable, solid performance from him. 2 or 3 good saves he's made as well. And he's now going to restart the game by kicking it up the field, is he? Yep, he goes long. So he can go short or long, Ramsdale. He kicked that one straight out, actually. But anyway, it's going to be a throw to West Brom in their own half. It's good to see Ramsdale back on his feet again and back playing the game, which is good to see. West Brom now looking again for a long ball over the top. That seems to be what their tactics have been a lot of this game, and it's caused us one or two problems, but that was earlier on. We've now settled down, and I say in complete control, as you can see by the score, 4-0 to the Arsenal. So can we get that 5th goal for the first time under Arteta tonight? We're not going to have too many better opportunities, are we? We're coming forward again now. Bukayo Saka gets the ball on a half turn on the centre circle, drives forward, plays it out to the left-hand side to Aubameyang. Of course, he won his hat-trick, won't he, after getting him 2 first-half goals. But that was a bit sloppy there from Aubameyang. Didn't give Tavares much chance, and West Brom were able to clear the ball away again. I'm wondering at what point maybe Arteta's going to make 1 or 2 substitutions in the attack. You'd imagine that a lot of these players are going to be playing at Manchester City on Saturday. So how many more minutes is he going to give them? We'll have to wait and see. Aubameyang maybe could do with him minutes, and he's on a hat-trick, so you wouldn't want to take him off, would you? But, maybe Pepe may be given a rest. Possibly Saka as well. Both got their goals tonight, of course. We don't know how fit Odegaard is either, whether he can last the full 90 minutes. Of course, Smith Rowe is on the bench, so of course he can come on and replace him. If you haven't done so, please give this a like as well, because it does help the channel to grow. If you haven't subscribed yet, I know most of you guys in the chat have, but if you haven't, please do so. And there was a cross there actually from, was it Tavares? And it was scrambled behind by West Brom for a corner. It was Saka actually with a cross from that left-hand side, and it's been scrambled behind for a corner as Arsenal do look for this 5th goal. So yeah, please give it a like. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. And I've got 550 subscribers now, which is amazing, really. So grateful to every one of you that has subscribed and has supported the channel over the last year or so that it's been running. I do enjoy doing it, and I'm glad that plenty of you guys seem to enjoy the content as well, which is nice. Just an added bonus, really. But we have got a corner now on that far side. Pepe whips it in towards the near post. It's headed out only as far as Odegaard. Can he get a shot away? He still looks like he wants to shoot, but he's gone too far wide now. Plays it back to Pepe instead. Pepe backheels it. The cross comes in from Tavares, but it wasn't a great cross. Oh, Saka, sorry, again. Now Rob Holding. We've managed to keep possession. Haven't really gone and done too much with it, if we're totally honest yet. But anyway, Xhaka over the top, looking for Aubameyang again. He's tried that ball 3 or 4 times, and it's come off a couple of times, and it hasn't on a couple of other occasions. But it's good to see, as I said before, him trying to get the ball forward and keep the attacks going. Now, here's Aubameyang cutting in from that right-hand side, but the ball's taken off him. Pepe actually briefly gone into the centre-forward position. But the ball's now back with Rob Holding. Nice and comfortable, tidying it up. West Brom now have stopped their aggression, their closing down that they were doing earlier in this game. Maybe feel as though it's a lost cause perhaps now, 4-0. You'd imagine it probably is, to be honest. Arsenal are making a substitution. Actually, Maitland-Niles is going to be coming on. Of course, James B in the chat is Ipswich fan. He was on loan at Ipswich, wasn't he, once, Maitland-Niles? I'm sure he was. It's actually Odegaard that's going off. Not surprisingly, really, because I say he's only just recently started training with us again. Not sure if his fitness levels are quite up to where they need to be, but it's good to give him, a 60-minute run out tonight. He's done okay. Great, a lovely little assist for that 4th goal. And now Maitland-Niles is coming on. Not quite sure where Maitland-Niles is going to play, actually. I can't imagine him playing in the number 10 position. Maybe Saka's going to drop into the number 10, and maybe Maitland-Niles is going to play on the left, perhaps. But anyway, this will all become clear very soon, unless we're changing shape of the team. Not quite sure yet. We'll see where Maitland-Niles fits in. It looks like Bukayo Saka's maybe moved into that number 10 position now. Good opportunity for him there, actually, because I quite like to see him play there, because he seems to have all the characteristics to be a success there, doesn't he? He can, he's very two-footed. He's got a little bit of pace as well, and he can go past the player and pick a pass, and he can score goals. So he could be suited into that position. Rob Holding there just tidies up a West Brom counter-attack, puts the ball out for a throw. Mark C says there, he's dropping into right back by the early looks of it. Is he? Okay. Yeah, that would maybe makes sense. But then who's playing out on in Saka's position? Because he looks like he's dropped in more centrally now, doesn't he? I'm just trying to work out exactly where everybody's playing at the moment. But Maitland-Niles now gets his first. Pepe, gets his first run of the ball. He's got Saka outside him. Instead, he goes inside. This is Maitland-Niles. Plays it out to Aubameyang on the far side of the penalty area. Trusted work. Clip it in. Oh, he does. He's got his hat trick. That's a great goal from Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. The captain's got a hat trick. What a great relief that is. Maitland-Niles actually with the assist. He's just come on. We was wondering where he was playing. He looked like he popped up in the inside left position actually there. Played the ball out to the far side to Aubameyang. He cut inside as he likes to do. Whipped the ball across the goalkeeper into the far corner. Another great counter attack from Arsenal. It was a loose ball from West Brom initially. Actually, I forgot to do this. It was a hat trick. It deserves one of these. And Aubameyang, I say, the loose ball from Pepe, played it to Maitland-Niles in the centre. He squared it out to the left-hand side, and Aubameyang does what he used to do quite regularly, cut inside onto that right foot and curled the ball into the far corner. That's a great way to complete your hat-trick, actually. That's a really good goal from Aubameyang. Back to his best there. He scored lots of goals like that, hasn't he? In fact, that was like the goal he scored against Fulham at the start of last season, wasn't it? Unfortunately, I didn't really kickstart his season, but a hat-trick tonight should really give him a boost. And I say we have finally scored 5 goals in a game under Arteta for the first time, which is nice to see. And it'll be our biggest victory for quite some time if it stays like this, or if we get some more goals. We'll see what happens, but that's exciting stuff. James B says he was in the McCarthy era. You could tell he was going to be a decent player. Yeah, I do remember him being on loan at Ipswich, yeah. Obviously at the very start of his career. And it's not really quite happened for him, has it, at Arsenal? And I'm a little bit surprised because, as you say, he is a talent. He's a good player. He's got a lot of the attributes that you need to become a top player. He's got pace. He's got strength. And I say, as you saw there, he can pick a pass, as he just did for that goal. Mark C says there, what a finish. It was a great finish, yeah. And that's what Aubameyang's all about. And hasn't been about, has he, for a year. So maybe he's back. West Brom have just made a substitution, actually, as we talk about that. Fowles come on. The centre forward has gone off. Of course, he did have a couple of injury issues in that first half, so it's probably not surprising that he's gone off. But anyway, West Brom now trying to maybe find a goal back, but they haven't managed to. It's headed clear by Kolasinac, who picks the ball up again. Now Arsenal can maybe launch another counter-attack with Saka. He's got Pepe again outside him. Pepe now running at the West Brom defence. Is he going to find a finish? Tries to play the ball through to Aubameyang again, but the goalkeeper's out this time to grab. In fact, the ball was slightly too far in front of Aubameyang. And again, Pepe's final ball maybe letting him down again on this occasion. He's not had a great game, Pepe. He has got a goal and technically he got an assist because his shot came off the post for the second goal, didn't it? But he's not had his greatest game, Pepe, I don't think. He's not, again, he gets into the final third. And Marcy says, no, he looks like he's settled in a centre midfield. But yeah, he does. He seems to be popping up in the centre, doesn't he? I think we've maybe sort of changed the shape of the team slightly, haven't we? He's kind of come on for Ødegaard, but he's not actually playing in Ødegaard's position as such. He's not playing in the number 10 position. We've just put another body in midfield. We make another sub now. Lacazette's coming on for Granit Xhaka, actually. So what it looks like now is you're going to have Maitland-Niles and Elneny as the 2 in midfield. And Lacazette is probably going to go further up top. Sort of, he has played that number 10 role before, hasn't he, Lacazette? I'm not sure if he'll be playing there. I think he's going to probably play just off Aubameyang. He likes to be a little bit deeper, doesn't he, Lacazette? But it's his first appearance of the season, actually, so it's good to see him coming back following his illness or apparent illness, whatever that was. But he's looking sharp. And let's hope he can come on and maybe he can get himself a goal as well. And linking up with his mate, who gives him a nice little cheeky smile as he comes onto the pitch. And I think Lacazette's going to be playing in behind Aubameyang, actually, as we see if we can get another few goals in this game. It'd be nice for it to have a really big win. I mean, when was the last time we won 5-0, let alone scoring 6 or 7? So that would be it'll be a good victory actually if we can add a couple more goals. And we've still got 24 minutes to do so. So it's not, we've got plenty of time. And we've now got Lacazette and Aubameyang both on the pitch, along with Saka and Pepe. So we've certainly got an attacking threat. And is it Pepe's in again here? Pepe 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Can he score? Chips over the keeper. Oh, he's at the top of the crossbar. Pepe again, not quite getting his final touch, his final finish. That should have been 6 there. Again, we're just ripping West Brom apart at will now. I think their heads have gone. And Pepe there was put in through the centre. It's a lovely play, actually. It was a good ball. I think it was Lacazette's first touch, actually. Puts Pepe in, cutting in from that right-hand side, chips it over the keeper, and he's at the top of the crossbar, Nicolas Pepe. It was Lacazette's first touch. It would have been an assist. Arsenal's pace up front is proving too much for West Brom now. And Kevin says there, first time under Arteta we have scored 5. Last time we scored 5, we never won the game. Oh, yeah, that's true, actually. You're right. That was in this competition as well, wasn't it? That game against Liverpool. One of Unai Emery's final games, a 5-5 draw. Yeah, you're right. I remember that now. That was the last time we scored 5. I was thinking about that before. I wonder when the last time we scored 6 was. That would be even longer, wouldn't it? Probably back in Arsene Wenger's days, I would imagine. We did have a 5-1 win at Fulham under Emery, didn't we? If you remember, that was a good performance in the Premier League. Aubameyang got 2 goals that day, didn't he? A long ball played over the top by Rob Holding. Finds Pepe again down his right-hand side, just on the edge of the penalty area. Plays it across the box. Oh, it is 6-0. Is that Lacazette? No, it is Lacazette. Lacazette's got a goal. It is 6-0. Emerson says there, well, yeah, Arsenal we haven't scored a goal for ages, and suddenly they're flying in. And it is 6-0. Fantastic. So I don't know when the last time we scored 6 was. I'm sure someone out there will probably know. That was a long ball over the top from Holding. Pepe down his right-hand side. He cut back onto his left foot, played it in towards the penalty spot. Lacazette arrived. First time finish. Of course, Lacazette did score in this game last season in the Premier League, didn't he? In that 4-0 win. In fact, he scored 2, didn't he? And that was a great finish, that. And I'm going to be writing his score on the screen, actually. I didn't think I'll be writing a score like this anytime soon. But there we go. West Brom 0, Arsenal 6. Amazing stuff. And Mark C says there's 6. Yeah. Another lovely goal. Indeed, yeah, it was another lovely goal. And we've been devastating on a counter-attack, haven't we, tonight? It's been brilliant. And that's 3 goals, actually, in front of the away fans as well, which makes it even better, doesn't it? And there's still 20 minutes left. I mean, could we get even more? Be amazing, wouldn't it? I mean, West Brom have gone, to be fair. They've run out of steam. And this is their second team, let's not forget, before we get too excited. But it is great to see Arsenal scoring so many goals. 6-0, and I say possibly more to come, maybe. We've only had 1 more shot than West Brom as well. We've had 12 to their 11. But we've been a lot more clinical. But then we have got that real quality, haven't we, in the final third. Oh, now West Brom, are they going to get a consolation goal here? A shot comes in. Oh, another good save from Ramsdale. You know, we may be winning 6-0, and we have played well on the counter-attack. But Aaron Ramsdale in goal, you've got to say he's had a good game. What a debut he's had. Probably one of the best debuts a goalkeeper's had for Arsenal for a long time. He makes another good save there. He's made 3 or 4 saves now, hasn't he? That actually got a deflection off Callum Chambers, I think it was. That made that save even better. The shot come in. It was deflected. He saved it with his legs. He was diving. Fantastic stuff from Ramsdale as well. So there's been good performances at both ends of the pitch tonight. Mark C says they're looking onwards to Saturday. Is Tavares putting his name in the frame for the left back spot, assuming KT's out injured? He's been a bit hit and miss, hasn't he? I think he's given the ball away a few times, but he's done okay. You know, he's still learning, isn't he? You know, he's not been at Arsenal long. But yeah, I mean, obviously, if KT's not fit, that's what he's been bought for. He's been bought to come in, hasn't he? And Emerson says only 2 more to get our biggest ever away win. Wow, is that right? Is 8-0, 7-0 is our biggest away win? Is it? Is that in history? Is it, or is that? It must be. I can't remember last time we scored We scored 6 away from home. We beat Everton 6-1 once. It was the first game of the season a few years ago. I don't remember us ever scoring 7 away from home, actually. Must have been a long time ago, 1930s probably, when we used to score lots of goals, maybe. Well, let's see if we can get these 2 goals in and get a new record. That would be good, wouldn't it? We've got enough time to do it. I'll say, we've got just under 20 minutes and we're just ripping them apart every time we go forward. We're coming forward again here. Saka. That's a good ball into the penalty area. Oh, is that a penalty? Was it Tavares went down? It's not given as a penalty. It probably wasn't, to be fair. Tavares didn't even claim it. Saka with the ball through there. Tavares was actually on his way down before he even got into the penalty area. Kevin says, worrying what you say there, our goalie has had a good game and we're 6-0 up. Yeah, I mean, let's be fair though. I mean, we've got a very makeshift defence in front of him tonight, haven't we? And I think that we have to take that into consideration, don't we? There was always going to be chances for West Brom. And in a way, it's maybe a good debut for him to have because he's going to get some confidence from it, isn't he? From those saves he's made. Some really, really good saves, actually, as we've said. So it's a good sign, maybe, that he's had to be called into action and he hasn't let us down, has he? I know a lot of people will say, no, you know, why we bought him? Well, I think we bought him because, one, he's a very good goalkeeper, and 2, he definitely suits Arteta's style. Anyway, Saka now coming forward, plays the ball in towards Pepe. It's come off the defender, but Saka's got it again down this right-hand side. Plays the ball back to Pepe. El Nini gets in his way a little bit, but Pepe then switches the ball to Tavares on the left-hand side, cuts inside. Thought he was going to have a shot, and he still might. He does have a shot, but it goes just wide of the post. And Emerson says, from Arsenal website, 7-0 Cup winners, Cup 93. Oh, yeah, Standard Liège, that's right. Mark says, yeah, Standard Liège, that's right. Yeah, Standard Liège 7-0. Yeah, I remember that. Oh, that's our biggest ever away win, is it? Ever? Wow. Fantastic. Well, let's hope we can get 2 more goals in, because it'd be nice to get a new record, wouldn't it? I know, I do remember that 7-0 now you mentioned it, that Standard Liège game, yeah. Of course, we went on to win that cup that season, didn't we? Is that a sign, maybe? If we can score another goal, 7-0 away win, maybe we go on to win the trophy. Let's hope that it's an omen, but we haven't got the 7th goal yet, have we? We've got 6, which, I mean, I think the last time we scored 6 away would probably be that Everton game, first game of the season. We scored 6 at Derby, didn't we, as well, 2008. We won 6-2 away at Derby in the Premier League just before they got relegated. So I'd like to see us get 7 because it's certainly been long overdue. I wonder when the last time we scored 7 goals in a game in England away from home. We may never have done. Or if it was, it may well have been the 1930s because we did have quite a few big wins in, as I said. Anyway, let's see what happens. What I do want to do is keep a clean sheet now. And then if we can add a goal or 2 more, would be really, really exciting as well, wouldn't it? But we got, 16 minutes to play. It is 6-0. I never thought I'd be saying that this season, I've got to be honest. But anyway, it is 6-0, which is great to see. And some good goals as well, you know, really good finishes in the second half. The goals in the second half have all been really good, haven't they? The first half 3 were kind of tap-ins, good counter-attacks, but tap-in finishes. And the 3 goals in the second half have been really good finishes, actually, from Saka, from Aubameyang, and the latest one from Lacazette. Now we're looking for another goal now. Ball played through. He's looking for Saka, but he couldn't quite get round the defender, and it's rolled through to the West Brom goalkeeper. And there goes the chance of the 7th goal for now, which would equal our biggest win, of course, as Emerson's rightly pointed out. So Palmer, the West Brom goalkeeper, now puts the ball down, goes for a long kick, where he's gone straight out for a throw-in about 10 yards inside the West Brom half. Aubameyang is now going off. He's played 75 minutes. He's given a captain's armband to his mate Lacazette. They have a nice little embrace. And Aubameyang, having got his hat-trick, is now going off. And a good hat-trick it's been as well. 2 poachers' goals, which was good to see. And then a really good finish for the 3rd goal. His trademark goal, if you like, cutting in from that left-hand side on his right foot. Fantastic. And he's going off to applause from the away section and handshakes all round on the bench. And Mark C says, I'm sure at Highbury in the early 80s. Yeah, that was at home, wasn't it, against Leeds? We beat Leeds 7-0. We've beat we've beat Middlesbrough 7-0 in the Premier League as well. Everton 7-0. They were all at home. Not too sure away from home. We beat Hereford 7-2 in the FA Cup as well in 1985 in a replay. But again, that was at home. So scoring 7 away from home, it's going to be a rare occurrence, isn't it? I mean, scoring 6 away from home is pretty rare, isn't it? But certainly scoring 7 is, in our history, we've probably only done it, say, that one time, or maybe once before, perhaps, in history. But yeah, it would be, great to have witnessed a moment like that, wouldn't it? Scoring a record equaling away win. Yeah, I think it was a Leeds game you're thinking of, Mark. It was 1980, I think it was. We won 7-0. I think it might have been 1979, actually. But anyway, we did win 7-0 that night. Alan Sunderland scored a hat-trick, I believe, in that game. Stapleton probably scored some as well. Those two had quite a good partnership, didn't they? Up front, of course, in the days when most teams played 2 in attack, didn't they? But our 2 strikers have got some goals tonight as well, haven't they? A hat-trick for Aubameyang and one for Lacazette, who's only just come on. So a good start from him. Anyway, the ball's currently back with Aaron Ramsdale. Again, at his feet. He looks comfortable, doesn't he? He's played it out to Callum Chambers on this near side, Arsenal's right. Goes back into Rob Holding. So West Brom have stopped pressing. They've stopped doing anything, really. They've had some chances in this game, as we said, and Ramsdale's made a few saves, but their heads have definitely gone down, understandably so. And Arsenal looking to come forward again. Nicolas Pepe down his right-hand side. He's got clear of the defender, pulls it back into the box. It wasn't a great ball, but Lacazette picks it up. Can he get a shot in? It's a good save by the goalkeeper who just grabs it at the second attempt. It's Martinelli that came on, by the way, for Aubameyang, and he was almost there to get a goal himself. It was Lacazette's shot on the turn. The goalkeeper did well and just managed to grab the ball at the second attempt. Well, that would have been 7. Martinelli would have got the goal. It was him who I said he replaced Aubameyang. Forgot to mention that before. Well, we're talking about all these big wins. Not something we thought we'd be talking about tonight, actually. I must admit, I was a bit worried before this game. Wasn't sure what was going to happen. We didn't know what West Brom side was going to be out tonight. And in the end, it's pretty much their second string team, and we've beaten them quite comfortably. Emerson says their biggest home win was 9-1 v Grimsby in 1931. I think actually our biggest win is 12-0 against Loughborough. That wasn't at Highbury. That was before the days at Highbury. I think the Grimsby game is our biggest ever top flight win at home. But we did win in the second division 12-0 against Loughborough. I think it was 1899 or 1901 or something like that. But that wasn't in the top flight. I think we scored 9 against someone else as well. I think we won 9-2 in the 30s as well against somebody. That might have been Grimsby as well, or Sheffield United or somebody. But yeah, we have won 12-0, our biggest ever win, which I think we equalled it in an FA Cup game as well against a non-league side, again, a long time ago. A West Brom player's actually got cramp and looks like he is going to have to go off. He went down actually in the build-up to that last attack, and he looks like he's got a wooden leg the way he's limping off the pitch. But they're going to have to make a substitution, are they? Because I don't think he's going to be able to carry on. When you cramp up like that, you're never going to recover. Emerson says, yeah, I've just seen that. It was 1900 it was. Yeah, I knew it was around about that time, Division 2. Yeah, that's right, yeah. And Mark C says, yeah, that's the one, the Sunderland hat-trick. Yeah, that was against Leeds, of course. 1979, I think it was, or start of the 79-80 season, possibly. But I say that was at home. That'll probably be our biggest League Cup win, actually, won't it? Because that was in the League Cup. So another goal here tonight will equal that as well. So we've still got something to play for in these last 10 minutes, haven't we? To maybe get equal a couple of records, club records, which would be nice. Arteta's tended to break a lot of club records in the wrong way, hasn't he? Over the last couple of years. That'd be nice to get a club record, a positive one for him while he's in charge, which would be nice to see. But we've got 10 minutes left to see if we can get one. But Taylor, the West Brom player who just cramped up, is going off. And they are making another substitution, West Brom, for their final 10 minutes or so of this game. It was actually, he was the captain, the guy, that Taylor, that's just gone off. So the substitute's got the armband and he's given it on to Adam Reach. He's, of course, new signing for them, actually, isn't he, this season? So I say we've got 8.5 minutes of normal time, a bit of stoppage time, because there's been 1 or 2 hold-ups in the second half of the substitutions, a couple of injuries and stuff like that. And obviously all the goals that we've scored will, of course, lead to a few more stoppages as well. So I say we've probably got 10 minutes overall, haven't we, to get this record equaling 7th goal and then potentially a record-breaking 8th goal, which would be incredible, wouldn't it? I mean, I don't know what odd you would have got on Arsenal scoring 6 or 7 tonight before the game. Obviously, we've been saving the goals up from the previous 2 games. Would have been nice to have evened them out a little bit, really. But anyway, we have scored 6 tonight, which has been great to see. And I say the second half goals in particular have been fantastic finishes. 3 of the best goals that you'll see probably in this competition this season. Callum Chambers now trying to come forward down the right-hand side, and instead Pepe goes back to Rob Holding. And Emerson says there, this is the biggest away win in the League Cup, assuming West Brom don't score. Yeah, I'm assuming it probably will be. I don't know what the previous away record was in the League Cup, actually. So we've had a few big victories at home, but not too sure away from home. Anyway, Saka's just been fouled, and he's in a little bit of pain there with his knee. Let's hope that's not too serious, actually. He does look in quite a little bit of pain, actually, which is a bit of a worry. Arteta's now sitting on the bench having a chat to Pablo Mari. Hopefully he's telling him how to defend better on the weekend. Good feet from Saka. And then, it was a nasty tackle, actually. And his standing leg, they always hurt more, don't they? But let's hope it's not too serious. Emerson's on the ball tonight. 6-1 against Plymouth 1989 was a pre. I remember that game. I went to that game. That was fun. Michael Thomas scored a hat-trick in that game, Emerson, you'll find, if you check. I'll try and think of the other goal scorers as well. I know Michael Thomas got 3. I think Rocastle might have scored 1. Not sure about that. I will think. But yeah, that was, you're right, that was the Plymouth game. Yeah, I remember that now. So Aubameyang, of course, will get this match ball, won't he? So we'll look forward to that at the end of the game. Bukayo Saka is back on his feet. He's not moving too freely. He's limping a little bit. It's a bit of a nasty little challenge, actually. Considering the game's gone and it's, it is 6-0. But anyway, we'll see a few more people have joined the show. So if you haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel. Please give this video a like if you're enjoying it. And DMD there says West Brom have played a ridiculous amount of deputies tonight. Yeah, I mean, I saw their team lineup. I didn't recognise any of them. Obviously, I've been looking at their team lineups for the league games this season, and I don't think there was one player on there that played in the league. So, yeah, it was a weak West Brom team. We do need to take that into account, and we did have our front 4 was quality, wasn't it? So, I suppose we shouldn't be totally surprised by the score, although Arsenal scoring 6 goals. It is a surprise these days, isn't it? Now we are coming forward again. El Neni with a long ball towards Pepe again, heads it back down, looking for Saka, but Saka's still not quite moving freely, actually. Ramsdale's come right out of his goal now to tidy up that long ball over the top from West Brom. It's been a good debut for him as well, let's not forget. Obviously, the forward players are going to get most of the plaudits from tonight, and rightly so, because they've played well, took their goals well, but Ramsdale's had a decent game in goal for us as well, and I think that's important as well, isn't it? El Neni now in midfield, load of space now everywhere. There has been for the last 20 minutes. Saka plays the ball through again to Pepe. Can he keep it in? Plays it back into the walls of near post. But was that Callum Chambers getting forward? He maybe fancied a goal. He's got a couple for Arsenal in his career, hasn't he? But that one, he ran it out of play. Marksy says, yeah, I only heard about 4 of their players. Yeah, obviously Snodgrass, Adam Reach, and that pretty much about it, really, actually. But anyway, it's good that we've done the job. And hopefully, I'll say it's given a few players in our attack certainly a little bit of confidence ahead of the Man City game on Saturday, which, of course, we're going to score 6 again against them, aren't we? I'm sure. Which would be nice. El Neni now. We've now got 3.5 minutes plus stoppage time to get this record equaling 7th goal. But El Neni's lost the ball in midfield. Not for the first time, it has to be said. Good defensive work there, actually. Was that Pepe battling hard defensively? He's done well there, actually, Pepe. Well played, son. Chambers then cuts that cross out. But West Brom still in possession now. Saka's doing defensive work in the right back position. And the ball's now gone out for a throw to West Brom. 2.5 minutes to play of normal time. West Bromwich Albion 0, Arsenal 6. In fact, we'll say that again because it sounds good, doesn't it? West Bromwich Albion 0, Arsenal 6. Certainly the biggest win I've covered on this channel, even that's including the Arsenal women as well. So historic night on the channel as well, as Arsenal score 6 goals away from home. Let's hope we can get this 7th one to equal the record. That would be really cool, wouldn't it? Let's hope we can do that. But we're running out of time now if we are going to get that next goal. I mean, to be fair, we don't even look at that fuss. We're just passing the ball around. I'm sure if we can get the ball forward, we will probably create another chance. And I'm sure there'll be 1 or 2 players that wouldn't mind getting another goal. Lacazette now plays it up the left-hand side to Kolasinac, I think it was, who fell over. But we have managed to win the ball back again. Maitland-Niles has done all right in midfield, hasn't he? He got an assist as well. Pepe there won the ball back, but actually he's given away a foul. He's worked pretty hard tonight, Pepe. His quality, his final ball quality hasn't always been great. He did get himself a goal. He did miss quite a simple chance as well later on, didn't he, when he hit the top of the crossbar when he was clean through. Aubameyang doesn't look that happy sitting on the bench, actually, despite his hat-trick. But anyway, unless he wanted to stay on, but he's not really played that much yet. It's probably a good decision ahead of the Man City game. Let's hope that hat-trick can really, give him the boost that, he's needed, hasn't he? Because it's been a tough time for him, hasn't it? What with one thing and another with his personal issues and illnesses that he's had. And, and I think maybe not having a crowd in maybe affected him because he's quite a showman, isn't he? And I say hopefully tonight the hat-trick is really going to hopefully kickstart his season. He can go on and score a bundle of goals again like we know he's capable of doing. And if he does that, then I say it's going to mean we're probably going to have a better season because scoring goals, I say, has been a problem for Arsenal, which is why I'm still a little bit shocked that we've scored 6, which is nice. But we're now into the last 30 seconds of normal time. I think the record is we're not gonna equal that record tonight, are we? But a long ball played over the top now. Maybe we can get a goal. Tavares with a cross all the way across the goal. Lacazette was waiting, but it was well defended by West Brom, by Adam Reach, actually stretching and put it over the crossbar. Good cross that was from Tavares, actually. He's got forward pretty well at times, putting a couple of good crosses. That was a good one. But the defender there read it well. Otherwise, Lacazette would have had a tap in. He looked a bit frustrated there, Lacazette, that the ball didn't come through to him. But we have got a corner, of course, on the back of that. So we have still got this opportunity. It's going to be 2 minutes of stoppage time, which we're just into now. So if we are going to get the record equaling goal, we're going to have to get it quite quickly. But we've got an opportunity here from the corner over on that far side. Played it short. Saka and Pepe. Pepe again now. Can he get a cross in? Instead, he goes back. We've kind of been forced our way back. This set-piece coach, I'm not really sure what they've been working on, but we're certainly not creating too much from set pieces. But now we've got a chance. Saka with a cross. Goalkeeper punches clear. We're coming into the final minute now of stoppage time. And I think we might have to settle for 6, which is a shame, but good nonetheless. Another cross comes in from Pepe this time from that left-hand side, but I think the offside flag's up. And DMD says they're Arsenal's first second-round League Cup entry points since 1995. It was. We actually won 5-0 on that occasion against Hartlepool away. That was a 2-legged tie then. and I think we beat them 1-0 or 2-0 at home in the second leg. But yeah, it is the first time that we've played at this stage for 26 years. Long time, wasn't it? That was Bergkamp's first season, actually, and everyone criticised him because we won 5-0 away at Hartlepool and he didn't score. He hadn't scored up till that point, and then I think he scored it the following weekend, didn't he? Mark C says, at least it will brighten up the mood in the camp for the rest of the week. No, exactly, it will. And hopefully it'll give us some confidence as well, and we can go on and play a bit better against Man City on Saturday. They might be worried about playing us now. Anyway, we're now pretty much in the last 15 seconds of stoppage time. Arsenal are coming forward again. Callum Chambers down his right-hand side. Are we going to get one more chance to add this record-equaling goal? I don't think we are now. The ball's gone backwards. And there goes the full-time whistle. It has finished. West Bromwich Albion 0, Arsenal 6. It's great ring to it that's got, hasn't it? West Bromwich Albion 0, Arsenal 6. Phil's in the chat. How you doing, Phil? Thanks for watching. He said, I've just got on, did a double take at the score. Great stuff. Yeah, I must admit, it's a surprising score in many ways. But to put it into perspective, West Brom did play a second string team. Obviously, promotion is a lot more important for them, as you can imagine. It was a little bit of a nervy start from Arsenal, maybe for 10 minutes or so. Ramsdale made a good save, actually, on his debut to stop West Brom taking the lead early on. But once we got the first goal, 17 minutes, it was a good goal, actually. Saka did well on the left-hand side, got clear in the penalty area, hit a shot across the goalkeeper who made a good save, but there was Aubameyang with a simple tap-in inside the 6-yard box to make it 1-0. You know, we looked fairly comfortable after that. West Brom had one or two moments, but we looked in control. And then just before half-time, we got 2 goals, one after the other. Aubameyang got a second one, quite a similar goal. This time it was Nicolas Pepe from the right-hand side, did a good run into the box, hit a shot which hit the post, and there was Aubameyang to follow up and tap in to make it 2-0. And then moments later, Aubameyang was clean through on goal. Looked like he was going to get a hat-trick, but he tried to dink it over the goalkeeper who got his hand to it. Aubameyang then followed up with an acrobatic ball across the 6-yard box for Pepe to tap in. The second half, actually, you know, we could have just saw the game out, but we came out again looking to score more goals. The fourth goal was a good goal, actually. Saka from the left-hand side played it into Ødegaard, lovely back heel, and then Saka's finished across the goalkeeper into the far corner of his right foot. A lovely finish, a lovely goal, and that made it 4-0. The fifth goal, Aubameyang did get his hat-trick. Maitland-Niles had just come on, actually. Pepe played the ball to Maitland-Niles. He played it out to the left to Aubameyang. He cut inside onto his right foot, curled it into the top corner. A lovely goal, made it 5-0. And then substitute Lacazette got the 6th one. This time it was Pepe down the right-hand side, pulled the ball back to the penalty spot. Lacazette arrived and put it into the corner to make it 6. So a good night's work from Arsenal overall. Good debut from Aaron Ramsdale in goal. Ødegaard looked a little bit off the pace, maybe. He needs a few more minutes. He had some nice moments. He got a good assist, and he did it at the post in the first half as well. Pepe at the bar as well. So we could have got those 8 goals, couldn't we? Maybe it was a little bit unfortunate, but we'll settle for 6, won't we? Let's not be greedy. DMD says, great stats as usual. I witnessed some great passing. Yeah, it was refreshing to see direct play as opposed to build-up sideways passing. Exactly. Ramsdale looked confident. And he also says there, Arteta made some decent impact substitutes. Yeah, he did. He did, actually. And the substitutes did make an impact, didn't they? Obviously, Lacazette got a goal. Maitland-Niles got an assist. So that was good to see. And Kevin says there, great game, poor opponents, but only beat what's in front of you. Exactly, yeah. I mean, you can only beat what's in front of you. And let's face it, after the start we've had to the season, you know, we had everything to lose in this game, didn't we? Especially when West Brom turned out with their second string team. I mean, if we hadn't, you know, anything less than a big victory would have looked like a bit of a disaster. But it's nice that we did play some good attacking football. I agree what DMD said, some nice forward direct play, which we haven't done enough of in the Premier League, certainly, have we? Yes, we had a bit more space tonight. You know, certainly the longer the game wore on, West Brom's heads went down. So that, you know, did give us more opportunity to attack and get the ball forward. And our quality, I mean, I did say at the start when I announced the team, you know, we had a quality front four, didn't we? With Ødegaard, Saka, Pepe and Aubameyang. And in the end, that proved to be the difference in this game. You know, we had the extra bit of quality. And I say Ramsdale made a couple of good saves, so credit to him as well. Russ is in the chat as well. He says, good evening, Russ. Good to see you in the chat as always. A nice, good victory for Arsenal. And we've realised that it's our biggest ever away win in the League Cup, and it was 1 goal away from equalling our biggest ever away win in the history of the club, which was 7-0 against Standard Liège back in 1993, thanks to Emerson for that statistic a bit earlier. So we didn't quite manage to equal that, but the first time we scored more than 4 in a game under Arteta as well. So that was nice. And let's hope, it gives us a confidence moving forward to Saturday, where we can hopefully go on and put in a good performance against Man City. I think it would be maybe a little bit overly ambitious to expect us to win. They did score 5 themselves at the weekend, didn't they, against Norwich? So we know what that game is going to be like. It's going to be tough, but at least we can go into it now with our heads up a little bit more confident, and hopefully Aubameyang's hat-trick tonight will give him a lot of confidence as well going into that game, because he's scored a few goals against Man City in the past, hasn't he? In the FA Cup in particular springs to mind. So you never know, if we catch them on a slightly off day and our forwards are firing again, who knows? It's the beauty of football, isn't it? You can never really totally predict every game, can you? We'd never predicted a 6-0 tonight. In fact, last night we predicted 2-0 victories, wasn't it? I actually said 2-1. I thought West Brom would score, but brilliant play from Ramsdale made sure that they didn't. So it's made it a good evening for Arsenal. As Russ says, good evening. It was a very good evening tonight for Arsenal, wasn't it? It's finished West Bromwich Albion 0, Arsenal 6. I'm going to say that again because I just like saying it because it's really good. So West Bromwich Albion 0, Arsenal 6 is what it finished. Aubameyang with a hat-trick and further goals from Pepe, Saka and substitute Lacazette. And let's not get carried away. As I said, it was West Brom's second team, but we did play some good football there, and it was a pleasure to watch. Actually, a good performance from Arsenal after a shaky start, but we got the job done in convincing fashion, and we move in to the third round, which is really where we should have been entering the competition in the first place. We're Arsenal; we shouldn't be in the second round, should we? You look at all the teams that's in the second round. That's for teams like Brighton and Watford and Crystal Palace. They should be entering at this stage, not Arsenal. But we're in it, and we've gone through. And we can look forward to the draw now for the next round. And let's see who we get, because this is a big competition for us, I think. It's a competition that we need to do well in, because it's one of only 2 we can realistically win. And if we play a stronger side in the next round, certainly in the defensive part of the game, depending on who we get, of course, then hopefully we can go on a bit of a run. We did reach the final, didn't we? 2018, we got hammered by Man City, if you remember. But it's not been a great competition for us, really, has it? We've only won it twice. So we do need to put that right, don't we? And maybe win it again. This would be a good opportunity to do that. And it would give Arteta his second domestic cup in charge as well, wouldn't he? Which would be great. I'm still not convinced he's the right man for the job. But, if he gets things right, and when he gets things right, as he did tonight, he deserves praise. And, we love Arteta, but he's still got a lot of convincing to do to prove that he's the right man for what we need to take the club forward. But we can't argue with anything tonight. His team lineup, maybe, you could have questioned it at the beginning, certainly the defensive side of it, but he played some strong attacking players, made some good substitutions, and we enjoyed a really, really good Arsenal victory. And it's been long overdue as well, our first victory in a competitive game since May, when we beat Brighton 2-0, of course, and our first away victory in a competitive game since, was it Crystal Palace, our last away game, when we won 3-1. Pepe scored in that one as well, didn't he? So, great stuff from Arsenal tonight. Lots of goals to enjoy, so especially the ones in the second half were really good, wasn't they? So, finally, we've had a good evening, and it's been fun. Thanks to all you guys for tuning in as well and for watching. Good to see some regular faces in the chat. Kevin, obviously Russ as well, DMD, fantastic. Phil as well. Shame you missed the game, though. Definitely worth watching some highlights if you can, because some of them goals were really good. Mark C, of course, always in the chat. Emerson as well tonight. Good to see you in the chat, Emerson. Hope you're okay. You'll have to let me know about Burnley if you fancy going. If you can, we can maybe get to a game. So thanks to all you guys, I say, for watching. Thanks to you guys in the chat as well. Mark B, the Ipswich fan as well. Good to see you in the chat again. Hope you enjoyed it. So please give it a like on your way out and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And coming up, I will do a review video of this game tomorrow. Put a video out looking back on it. Lots of good stuff to talk about. So it'd be nice to do that video. And then, of course, as well, I will then be looking ahead to the Man City game. Probably on Friday, I'll put out a preview game of that. And if I can get a Man City fan, or maybe Friday night, I might do something that live previewing that game. And of course, there will be a watch along on Saturday lunchtime. It's going to be probably a late start, probably just before kickoff, because I'm playing in the morning. I probably won't get back till about 20 past, 25 past. So I'll go live as soon as I can with that for the watch along on Saturday. And then next week we'll be back with the usual stuff. I'll have a review of the Man City game. There'll be the Tuesday clinic, which hopefully we won't need so much therapy this week if we play well against Man City. So stay tuned for that on next Tuesday. And then, of course, it's international break, isn't it? So I'll probably try and do a few other different stuff when the international break's on. Maybe get some new guests to come on the channel. There's a few people who want to come on as well. So I'll set something up for all that as well. So loads coming up on the channel. Please subscribe, please like and share. Thanks to all you guys for watching. And of course, in the meantime, it's been fantastic, hasn't it, tonight? Really, really good. I really enjoyed it. I hope you have too. West Bromwich Albion nil, Arsenal 6. 6 goals away from home. Fantastic. I hope Andrew enjoyed it in the ground as well. I'm sure he did. We'll have to speak to him about that at some point as well. So thanks for watching. We are done. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for the West Brom review, and then for the Man City preview as well, all coming up on the channel over the next couple of days. Finally, we've got a smile on our face. We've won. Yay, finally we've won. We've scored some goals, 6-0. Fantastic. Uber hat-trick as well. Couldn't be much better, could it? What a night it's been. Arsenal have won 6-0. We move on to the third round. Thanks for watching, guys. Speak to you soon. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and I will catch you very soon. Come on, you Gunners. Come on, 6-0. Get it.